Am I on my, like, main channel? I actually should have tested that first. Leave it to me to forget about that. Will the stream start anytime soon? Yeah, it's ready. Okay. Alright, we're here, we're here. Check it one last time, we'll make sure that everything's getting started. It doesn't say. It's amazing. Oh, there it is. Okay. We're here, we're here. I really don't want to do anything, I'm gonna be honest. I'm be real. I already don't want to do this. I already do not want to do this, but I made some plans. So let me start this call up. Let's see if anybody hops in. Alright, here we go. We got Cuspy in the call. Hello there, Cuspy. Is my stuff on? Yeah, it's on. Alright, and don't forget to move this here. Alright, welcome to... Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. It's been a while since I've been on my actual desktop computer, so I guess it took a while for Discord to sense it.
Yeah, it's the kind of stuff that happens around these parts on the Discord.
Yeah.
Now we're just waiting on Joni to show up. She says she will be right here.
Wifey.
But of course, she said that a minute ago, and I'm going to count down until she gets here. If she doesn't get here in the next minute, then she is definitely not getting any cookies.
Listen, I'm the one making cookies, so that means she will get cookies.
You know what? All right, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Because I'm not allowing this behavior. It's cool that you wanna get something for your wife, but there's just one problem. I'm not gonna allow that today. If Joni is late, she's not getting cookies. So I'm gonna eat your cookies, so she can't have.
You don't have. You see, that's something that I think is really funny. I don't know where you're thinking you're gonna be able to do that, because I have magic.
What do you mean you have magic?
I have the magic of editing, so I can make my cookies appear and disappear just with a snap of my finger, because I'm fucking Thanos.
You know what? Fine. Yeah, fine.
Also, I didn't know you actually stopped making comms as well.
Here's the thing, actually. That's not true. I think Joni must have misunderstood me at some point.
Oh, yeah. Because I was about to say, like, I could have sworn you didn't. You just haven't made one lately.
Well, there's just no material, I guess. That's the big issue
That's
these
fair.
days. So the difference between me when I was 14, as we're about to see, and me now, is that I don't just cover anything. I'm like, it has to be some of like the most top of the line, god tier material for me to even consider looking at it.
Hey, what up, bitch?
Hi, darling!
Well, is that how you greet you call me? You're calling me a bitch? That's mean. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Compliment yourself, so yes.
That is true. That is true. All right.
That's the first time I've heard Jody say bitch. It was really funny.
But yeah, we are gathered here because on Joni's suggestion, she suggested we look at my commentaries, which I don't know what's wrong with you. Why you would want to hurt me in this way?
Because look, we can look back and laugh at our stupid mistakes.
These are my stupid mistakes, mind you.
Yeah, and you laughed at my stupid mistakes when we were in the car with Autumn, so now we're even.
That is completely fair. So let me get the
Yeah.
Let me get the screen share
Which
up.
also means you're next on the list, Cuspy.
Well, I can live with that because a lot of my see, this is one of the good things about deleting most of my commentaries in a panic. We can't riff on any of the like super bad ones. We can riff on some of the like last good ones I made before I left.
Oh, great. Hold
Hey,
on.
Cuspy got one up on us.
I don't even have a camera. Don't screen share my ugly mug. All right. Well, now that
I mean, plus X to doubt.
oh no, you've never seen my face. You don't know how ugly I am.
Probably not ugly.
Well, anyways, that's beside the point.
Yeah, you're gonna have to face the truth.
Okay, well, I decided that if we were going to look back on my old commentaries, let's skip out on the first 10 because, oh, well, great. Now I wanted to see everybody's, okay, there we go. We're going to skip out on the first 10 because I spent enough time looking back on those first 10 through my 50th commentary. So let's pick up where the 50th com left off with commentary number 11.
Oh gosh, this video.
An absolutely...
Oh my gosh, is this the video that Ty covered?
No. The video Ty covered was a collab between me and Kurome. This is the... I don't remember if you remember any of the discourse surrounding Can.
I don't. I'm gonna be so real. I don't.
Yeah, actually, no, I don't think you were there around that time period.
Yeah, I think that was before my time period. I kind of jumped in at, like, summer of 2017.
Cuspy hopped in the community, like, right in the middle of that, but this was, like, so far removed from the main community, I doubt she would have known about it. But essentially, when we dropped, me, Joni, and Ward, we dropped the CanCom, and that caused a lot of issues in the Can chat because nobody liked it, and we released it anyways. And so I think it was... So to kind of fan the flames that were starting to surround that video, I think it was Kurome and Pretty Kitty, or Becca, covered the video, the CanCom. Then Joni responded to that video, which caused even more issues. And kind of as a show of solidarity, I made this video.
And then like a week afterwards, I got kicked.
Oh.
No, but actually, wait, hold on, Wait a minute, hold on. I thought did the rest of the group hate the CanCom when it was like in the beta phase? I don't remember what the reaction was.
Now that I think about it, people felt a little iffy about it, but nobody outright hated it until after Susie and Ray were like, actually, this sucks.
But we can start now. We get to see old Luna.
I really don't want to. I'm about to be real with y'all.
I think you mean young old Luna, because this is a younger Luna.
That can. So that CanCom. Haven't spoken about it since I finished editing it back in July. Well, obviously it turned out poorly as I feared, and multiple people, including Ryan and Doodle, have already sealed its fate.
So actually, fun fact. I actually do remember when I was editing the CanCom, I was like thinking hypothetically, what if Ray or Susie covered this? When Joni told me,
oh no,
when Joni told me
you became an oracle.
When Joni told me that both of them were covering it, I fell to my knees. I was like, oh no.
It's like, oh, you're fucked.
Like I was like shocked. I saw the future.
However, Kurome, and this other person I actually don't give a shit about because I'm an asshole, took a stab at it not too long ago. Just an editor's note, I scripted this right before Jonah's video came out, and I'm only releasing...
Hold up, I need to read this. One thing worth noting is that the script was never checked, as his commentary was kept secret. I also didn't go back and rewrite my dialogue like I usually do. Oh my god. Like I usually do, so if things sound stupid, blame me. Okay, that's good to know. That is true. I didn't get this video.
I had to think back for a second because it's like, oh no, Pretty Kitty and Trip Rocks are two different people.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, because Pretty Kitty is Kurome's partner, and Chirp Rocks is Illinois guy's partner.
Yeah, gosh, there's gonna be so many unfortunate throwbacks in this.
Yeah, this is like.
Well, that kind of comes with the territory.
This is like ancient history right here. But I do remember the funniest part about writing this video was I kept it secret, never got it script checked. I remember writing this during like study hall and detention in like, what was it? This was the start. No, this is the last year of junior high for me. So yeah, I wrote it during detention. All right, I'm going to continue.
And this is a full con because issues sprouted from Jonah's video that weren't present in my script. Also, a friendly reminder, this video isn't for damage control. I'll do a damage control video when it comes to the moment, but otherwise, we're taking on Kurome and Pretty Kitty. Oh, joy.
It's like an offbeat version of the Mario Invincibility Star theme.
You kind of hear it.
I can't.
This intro's not even that bad. This part goes on too long.
That is true.
Yeah, honestly.
I actually don't mind this intro. This is like, I think if we're looking back on 2017 intros I did, this may be the best one, but I don't know. The bar's pretty low. I already have my head in my face. It hasn't even been a minute yet. My hand is in my
Oh,
face.
fuck.
To be fair, I'm biased towards this one because I'm just biased towards anything that has good syncing in it.
Oh, fuck. I just realized something.
Oh yeah.
What?
I just realized 2 of the comms that were the bad ones, those are still around somewhere.
Oof.
So I hate that I can't see my chat, but that's okay.
I can always, like, I can, like, go to my subscriptions and be on the video and just look at the chat myself.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm doing. The only one in chat so far is Lorenzo.
What did
yeah.
Lorenzo say?
Hellos, can you read chat? The black and white profile pic banner make me think this channel is dead.
It's about like 6 feet deep right now. Almost 7. We're almost there.
Meanwhile, the anime channel is like getting videos in like the thousands.
Well, yeah, because like, look, the anime channel gets me paid. This channel makes me depressed. I have to focus my attention on one or the other.
And to be fair, relatable.
But
Yeah, that's fair. That's kind of what my thought process was when I was 16 and I was making Pretty Cure videos, and all of a sudden my Pretty Cure videos were like, what do you mean I'm getting 1,000 views on these Pretty Cure videos?
I look at my channel like, why is the thing on my channel with the most subscribers just a badly made Infinite AMV?
it was a different time.
Yeah.
Different time. God,
That song still slaps.
that's true. Only good part of Forces.
I love, like, the really edgy songs. I really do. Like, it just...
Falling in my skin.
Exactly. Crawling in my skin.
I'm going to take the liberty of continuing, because just so I can get
Yes,
this out.
please.
Just so I can get this out of our way as soon as possible.
Come on, you guys. The Pokemon League is literally right here.
Okay.
How slow are you? Supersonic Board, move faster. Keep running.
You sure you guys ready for this level of battling? Rumor has it that the league is going to be intense this year. Well, anyway, Warren, Lunatic, hurry up, we're going to leave your asses. Finally, can't wait to tear this league apart. Though the big question is, what type of battles do you think we're going to be doing this year? Double, triple, maybe rotation?
Wait, get a conveniently placed sign here. Let's take a look. Okay, dear challenger, the Pokemon League's battle system has been changed. Instead of Pokemon, challengers must take on 4 commentaries before going on to face the champion. Oh, and the entry fee is $7.
Can I just put this little...
Actually, before you start there, Becca, I don't know how I remember this, but I can just tell. I think I cut out bits and pieces of the can intro. I can tell I did.
Okay, you did. I was wondering if you did something because I noticed there was some kind of weird cut when Crimson was speaking.
Because I know in between Crimson's dialogue, me and Ward had a couple of lines. I swear. I don't even remember what they are. I just know they were there, and I don't know why I did this. I think probably
I thought I was gaslighting myself.
I don't know what it was up with me in 2017, but I always made like weird edits like that for the sake of brevity that would kind of mess with the video.
That would mess with the flow of the video. It would mess with the
I will
content.
say I did legitimately laugh when you said there's a conveniently placed sign here. You just put like not even a PNG of a sign.
I mean, that was a PNG. There was no background.
I just put the
No, there was a white background.
It was a Minecraft sign with the text sign on it. I actually couldn't believe I did that.
I mean, it is a sign.
All right. Well,
rant in here? You guys are got to be freaking kidding me with this. What I mean is that none of you know your shit when it comes to the freaking Pokemon League.
okay, here's the funny thing. I straight up did not, but that is not my fault. That's also not important, so let's just continue.
Both games and anime just show a single person going to the league by themselves. And the battles in there are all fucking single battles. No doubles, triples, rotations. God damn it, it sounds like I'm listening to porno shit.
What did she
It's
just say?
also stating
What?
you're able to have a full team of 6. So either way,
What?
having 4 of whatever you guys are talking about is fucking bunk. And even if there's the slightest chance you guys are trying to put this as competitive play, the only battles there are double, which both official and unofficial tourneys.
You see, I think it was
Okay, before my 14-year-old self somehow manages to fumble this argument, I just will say, in hindsight, it's a commentary, Becca. No, it's not a big deal. We're messing with the canon, yes, but it's for the sake of a joke. A funny joke, not
Wait.
really, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on. You said we're messing with the canon?
Get out of here, Joni. Please. I'm already suffering enough here. Alright, what do I gotta say about this one?
people like this that made me resent the Pokemon franchise for so long. Anyways, okay, yeah, we did change the rules of the Pokemon League, but I've got a few complaints about your complaint. 1. In the video, we did admit that the rules have been changed. While no, we didn't say anything about the league suddenly allowing teams, you could make an assumption that this is why.
Wait, did Pretty Kitty say anything about there being teams? I don't remember.
I mean, she said that they were all single battles.
Yeah, that is true, but I don't think we implied that we were there to team up or anything. I must be, like, missing the point of Pretty Kitty missing the point here, I guess.
Probably. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
2. This kind of doesn't matter. It isn't like any of the people in this video didn't know we were changing the rules, so it isn't like we're dumb.
Wait, hold up.
I'm gonna be honest. This text is hard to read at points. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a dark purple on a dark background.
I hate this
and
background.
to be fair, this is compared to some of the early intro stuff you missed in the last time we did this, hun. This is tame in comparison. You missed you missed my really bad text implementation.
Oh. Oh.
Also, there is me confirming that I had no idea about, like, the Battle League or the in Pokemon, because that is true. When we started scripting the CanCom, it was like early June, and it was like later that month that I got to the Battle League in Sun and Moon, which again was my first Pokemon game, so I had no idea about any of this. But you know, it's not like it matters. Not like it matters.
I will say, as a Pokemon fan, you're giving me psychological damage calling it a battle league.
I don't fucking remember what it's called. All I remember is I was on a mountain and I fought like 4 people.
That's the Pokemon League.
Okay, see.
We're just doing this like
Damn.
this so we have an intricate of us joining up together. Gee, is that illegal to the Pokemon fandom or what?
Okay, that's not. I get it, but like even though Pretty Kitty's argument isn't good, I don't like. It's just like, oh, we did it because of this. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. It just sounds like a weak argument. Even though I get that, it's like, again, I fumbled. It's a good argument, but it's a bad argument at the same time. How is that possible?
Also, Christ,
Because it's a thing that exists. Because it's nuance.
Yeah. Also, the difference between hearing the voices of like younger lunatic and like current is flash.
I hate
Yeah,
my old.
it's wild.
I hate listening to my old self. It's not even like, it's one thing for me to be a little more high pitched. It's the way I would talk that irritates me. Why did I talk like that?
I don't know.
It's this weird like mesh of like me sounding like I'm 12 but like 14 at the same time. Like I'm squeaky but also deep voiced. It's weird.
Also,
Meanwhile, I was stuck with an annoying voice. Always.
You're annoying, love.
Joni,
I'm allowed to criticize myself. Continuing on with lunatic 3.
Gee, is that illegal to the Pokemon fandom or what?
Yes.
Also, in what way does Pokemon have to do with any of the following videos you're going to cover? Or at least given this some benefit of the doubt if this was related to Pokemon, but apart from Discount's new name, I found no relevance, like, at all.
And if it isn't Mr. Quality himself.
Wow, that is crazy.
There goes Mr. Quality!
It's like, look, I've seen conversation lately about like on Blue Sky. It's like, man, we were all assholes.
We damn, bro. I came in with the steel chair on this nigga, bro.
We all kind of...
Damn,
Guys,
why did I say
fellas.
that?
Fellas, I think we kind of sucked back then.
This is the type of crap that, like, I was complaining about in my 50th commentary. I was like, what was wrong with me as a kid? I just came in and just told this nigga. I basically told him, oh, wow, you're gonna start talking about quality? Get out of here. Like, that's messed up.
We fucking sucked.
Oh my god, there's still 10 more minutes of this, too.
Oh god.
Okay, I gotta get this out of the way, man. I can't do this, but we gotta get through this.
Kid Goku just watching this in shock.
Consider this our redemption arc.
Goodness.
Well, yes, I do have to agree with you here. I actually have something to say. What if the intro was actually, you know, entertaining?
Wait.
It wasn't.
That's true. That's true.
It just wasn't, though.
I was about
It doesn't matter if it was entertaining, because it wasn't.
The problem is that, like, I could come up with a good argument against Kurome here, but this is not the argument I'd make. Like, I see where I'm coming from, but like this is like, it's again, it's like I'm making a bad argument, but kind of a decent argument at once. So I can't go after it. But I can't say no. The CanCom intro was not good.
Well, you could probably do what you want with an intro skit if you actually made it funny and stuff, just pointing that out. Just because we do something that has nothing to do with the video doesn't mean it isn't possible. Though, to be fair, this intro was 4 fucking minutes, so...
That is the least of the problems with that intro.
Yeah, that's the least of it.
Though I am surprised it was 4 minutes. It's a long-ass intro.
What was the process for making that script? Like, did we just, like, not know what to do? I can't recall.
Yeah, we didn't, like... Because we didn't, like, hop in a voice chat and plan it out. We just made a script and we just started writing shit.
Yeah, because, like, none of us actually used, like, the call function for, like, Skype.
Oh, no.
What could possibly be next? What could this black screen be an omen for?
So target for today, Awesome Fan 1997. Previously was Taylor. He's the previous commentary bandwagon and he's still making content.
I label this guy as the king of nitpicks, and I'm sticking with that.
Really, his commentaries usually seem to lack any skill, research, or some mere effort.
Not to mention that his attention span is almost non-existent. Most points people would catch quite easily flies completely over their head as though they were never said in the first place.
Well, okay. In hindsight, why did we like? I feel like we could have just left it at this is Halo.
No,
fan.
like, we all basically said the same thing.
Yeah.
We all just said
It's like,
different
hey-
degrees of this guy kind of sucks. Not gonna lie.
It's like, hey, everybody, did you know that I'm part of this video, too?
I mean, to be fair, Halo fans sucking was a prophecy, apparently, so...
Yeah, that is true.
We predicted the future there.
Can't audio balance. If you can't audio balance, don't add music. G.
Don't add music.
Not G's. G.
Not even G's?
I think. Was I still in my religious
G.
arc? G.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Oh,
You say that, and I'm getting, honestly noticing. I don't know, nobody ever used Jesus as a commentary avatar.
There was I forgot his name, but he had a character. Like he had Jesus as a character. He said, "You need Jesus," and Jesus actually showed up.
I feel like there could be so many possibilities for who did that.
It was somebody who Slayer, I remember, had a crush on back in like 2019 or 18-ish. But I don't remember his name. Let's just continue. We still got 10 minutes somehow.
Yeah.
Question. Why did it take all 4 of you to summarize Halo Fan? It's one guy, not a damn history book. Becky, get over here and make an interjection. We need everyone in this video to say shit.
Fuck no.
I will say, even though I am critical of how we handled that context, I don't think Kurome made a particularly good point. But let's see how my younger self handles this.
I mean, I feel like if we're looking at it just like from a base perspective, we kind of responded the exact same way that Kurome
pretty
just
much.
did.
Now we literally all made the same point.
Yeah.
It all goes full circle, I suppose.
I got a problem with this one. Yeah, you see, in order to convey that this is actually, a group commentary, we all went out of our way and split up the dialogue for this one. Well, to be fair, Ward's was kind of tacked on, and I added it in mine while editing to make a better transition from Ward's dialogue to Crimson.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, I did do that, didn't I? Oh man, here I just got my hands in I got my head in my hands again because I remember with the CanCom, this was never something that this wasn't something that was ever really criticized to the extent most of the issues in that video were. But I did add a lot of dialogue to that video because I was because I was like afraid that this might be an issue if I don't add this or something like that. It's just such a it's so dumb. Why did I think that was a good idea?
Most of the editing in this is like Lunatic beat everybody else to the punch of just like using like PNGs instead of actual fan art.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of. Well, I used exactly one piece of fan art. It was never mind. Don't even worry about it. But
I'm glad the community got better at that.
All right. Still more somehow.
Here's my issue with you, though.
Oh no.
Now, I can't for the life of me see the issue because you're overall really vague about the issue that it causes. Maybe if you said, we're all saying the same thing or we're padding it out, that could work.
That is true. I actually think that is true. That if Kurome had said that, I think I would have understood that better. So maybe that's kind of fair.
Be fair, I'd have a problem if you said either of those.
What would those problems be, younger me? I want to hear that actually, because it's true. We were padding it out. We were basically saying the same things. But okay.
Yeah.
And honestly, this interjection feels like a nitpick. Just me though.
Oh God. Oh, turn that down. Oh, it's still loud. Damn, my audio balancing is garbage.
Jesus.
Why? Why do I say anything? Why do I do anything?
Oh my god, this intro sucks so bad I can't stand it. I mean, normally I'm not the type of person to deal with intros, but due to how badly this one is, I have to make an exception.
Huh. How ironic, considering how shit your intro was.
But, Becca, hypocrisy doesn't make them wrong.
Shut up.
Okay.
You know,
I have
actually,
another
hold
thought.
on. This one, that argument's kind of weird in hindsight. Cause like, intro sucks, but we were criticizing like the intro like card essentially instead of like the actual intro.
Unless
but
Pretty Kitty was talking about the intro card, but I don't think they talked about that.
But that was never shown. But that was never shown.
Yeah,
So.
but if that was true, then that's completely my fault. Ah man, this is so bad.
This one. Well, yes, the line is played up and delivered to be a joke, possibly mocking the use of hypocrisy doesn't make you wrong arguments. The problem is the fact that this is even here. I'm sorry, it kind of feels more like a potshot at the commentary, and what is the one thing I want to remind the CC? Potshots don't add shit.
Oh yeah, this was my anti-potshot era.
To be
Yo,
fair,
this was you leading the charge. This was CC in the future.
To be fair though, kind of had a point.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is
You're right.
See, the issue here is just that there was a point here that was kind of adding on to the point by saying, hey, well, hypocrisy doesn't make it wrong, but then they're kind of suggesting, well, it's still an issue and yada yada. But just it's me kind of missing the point, missing the forest for the trees. But
and yet you find a different forest.
Exactly.
Yeah, pure white forest with a really weird background.
Please put me out of my misery, man. There's still so much of this to go.
Oh, the misery.
Also, there's another argument.
Everybody
here.
wants to be.
See, there's a big difference in how our intros work. His was just clips from Super Smash Bros. With effects that cause the video to bounce at the camera, really ruining it more than it should have. Ours is just a generic commentary intro.
But it sucks.
Hell, you didn't even have an intro.
Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So it's like, well, his intro looks like this. Our intro looks like this. You don't even have an intro. Like, okay, all right, calm down, calm down, lunatic. I feel like I'm just throwing things out. I'm like, you did this, and he did this. Like, they still okay. Look, let's be fair. Both intros suck. I think that's the conclusion we should come to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's
Wait, when you think about it, that gives us the advantage because I have nothing to criticize because of that. Those smart bastards!
Oh my god, the voice crack. That kills me.
Okay, wait. Turn the sound back up. That's actually kind of harder to hear.
I don't want to hear this again though. I'm gonna be honest. All right. I'm gonna take my headphones off so I don't have to hear this again.
Think about it, that gives us the advantage because I have nothing to criticize because of that. Those smart bastards!
Was that even a voice crack?
Yeah, it was. I heard the octave.
That's the puberty voice crack right there. Those smart bastards.
Those smart bastards.
Again, that's what I'm talking about. I don't like my voice during this era because I'm still going through puberty. So I'm trying to. Because here's the thing, when you're going through puberty, I'm trying to speak like I did when I was 12, but my voice is not built like that anymore. It's built different now. So I keep hitting octaves wrong.
You hate your voice because you're still going through puberty. I hate my voice because I'm trans. We are not the same. On that note, can I bring up the lack of variety? Throughout said intro, all we see is footage of Captain Falcon in the story mode of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And that's it. Just that and a color change. It's simply laziness.
Hey Jonah, at least it's not random pics or videos.
several things. First of all, he really didn't need to add much more footage than that, given how short the intro actually was, and...
What's he complaining about?
He really didn't need to add much more footage than that, given how short the intro actually was, and... lack of variety?
Hold up, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, hello? Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Car, would you?
Okay, I'm back.
Oh my god, Luna.
Hello there, back. I'm Joni.
Luna, you're not gonna believe what I just saw on Blue Sky.
What did you see?
So, you know the Piracy It's a Crime campaign ad? You know, the you wouldn't steal a car, would you?
Yeah, I remember that.
Apparently, that campaign used pirated music and also used pirated fonts.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, since I am back, I guess we will continue, but oh my, was that not the most unenthusiastic roast I have ever seen? I think the worst part is...
it made it really funny, though.
The worst part is that was the same type of stuff I was doing. In fact, Joni could do it better than I, so I don't know what I was getting all excited for.
Wait a minute, what do you mean that I could do it better?
We could run back that intro watching thing again. We could run that back right now, and I can prove it to you that you were better at it than I was.
We are not doing this again.
I mean, Luna, think of it this way. Yes, Joni in 2025 can do it better, but so can Luna in 2025 do it better than Luna in 2017.
You know, we're getting nowhere. Let's continue. God, what
You're never right.
You guys had a reel of still images for your intro.
Funny that you mentioned that, Karome. There's kind of a difference when it comes to variety between intros using footage from like video games and anime and intros used in videos like commentaries. While in Halo's, he just uses the footage from a scene and bounces it. The one Blasty created is the standard one for commentaries. I think the definition of variety for these types of intros vary, Karome. Though, I mean...
I don't even know what I'm talking... I actually just straight up... Like, this one just went over my head. I'm like, what?
What?
I think if I was older, I could have, like, elaborated on this. But to me, I'm just like, what? What
are you on about?
I think I'm just moving the goalpost is what I'm doing here. I mean, I do think there is, like, a difference. But I do think, like... Sure. I think, honestly, my reaction to this point is just, okay, sure, I suppose.
This is coming from the kid who joined back in November, and it's barely even September, so...
In other words, GG, what am I even talking about? Why am I trying to act so hard here? I am literally standing on the most flimsy of arguments. Like, I moved the goalpost, but like 2 inches back. Get real, younger me.
Weirdo, or AKA discount commentaries.
Or AKA, doesn't that seem just a eensy-weensy bit redundant? Because last time I checked, they basically mean the same thing. So what was even the point of saying or AKA?
The reason why she said AKA is because A, you were known as that previous name, and now you're known as your new username. So that's why she said AKA for a reason.
AKA, you missed the point. Discount wasn't arguing over that. He was simply saying what Sheriff said was redundant. Not to mention you're arguing a point that was already pointless, so GG, get good. Or bad, being the villain is way cooler.
you know,
I mean, that's
you
true,
missed a
at least.
freaking perfect time to debunk him. It wasn't the fact that PokeFan was complaining about bringing up his previous name. He was saying the phrase, or AKA, was being redundant, which it isn't. It was only said once this whole freaking section, and even then the or could have been a lead up into the...
Wait, hold up. I just realized, how come the audio balance is actually really good here, but not ... earlier ... Did you not realize you forgot to fix it earlier? Yeah, I really loved ellipses back then. I fucking adored ellipses. I paused the video and I'm just like, I'm really struggling to press play again.
Do you want to move on?
No, come on. I could finish it.
We're just moving on to more, so what's the point?
Fair enough.
Anyways,
AKA?
we're more than halfway through, and
Or hell, maybe even the slip of a tongue on Chirp's part. And might I add, why don't you try to explain how PokeFan's point is pointless? No, let's just say it as it is and just be done with it, okay? Explanation? Where's that? Oh wait, it said fuck this shit I'm out at the very beginning of this freaking train wreck.
I don't see what you're having to complain about.
Wait, what? And yes, I understand that line was... Which line? The last one? Or... I guess so. Oof.
Having to do shit.
you can tell at what point this
Oh yeah?
You can also just tell at what point this video was made.
I'm honestly just... I'm going through the motions now at this point.
You're watching somebody lose their sanity in real time.
Having to do shit. It isn't like nobody knows discounts wrong here, so you're kind of wasting your own time, Preety.
But we're commentators. We're supposed to explain it. We're supposed to explain that stuff. I honestly think you could tell that I've been doing commentaries for like I think 9 months at this point. You could tell I still didn't quite understand all the intricacies or whatever.
Sissies, the CC.
That's the way of putting it.
Which makes sense because I wasn't too active within the larger community. I didn't watch commentaries back then. So I kind of was just winging it. I was just kind of going, I think this is how you do it.
Well, anyways, I guess you're right that we didn't fully criticize Halo here. There is another thing I'd like to bring up. How you want us to hit discount as well? Well, no, it isn't illegal to jump degrees. My issue is that it's more logical to jump degrees at somebody else in order to point out something that everybody else may miss or when you have that time. Well, everybody knows why discount is in the wrong here, so it isn't like it's necessary. We'd just be padding out an already padded out video like the dumbasses we are.
Oh my god. That first bar of Pumpkin Hill really caught me off guard because I was about to go, like, I was about to say something, but now I lost my train of thought. Because they make accurate points. Oh, I thought I was being like a dick. Actually, no. I'm actually like kind of. This is like, what's the word? Kind of like half-hearted praise. I think it is.
Yeah.
You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill.
Hell, he could have been just as good as Theological Reaper or Ryan Mills, but that didn't...
Another point where
Oh, so nice job right there, editing right there, mate. You told you didn't cut it off in mid-sentence, and by the way, you did. You cut off in mid-sentence, so GG, learn to edit.
You know, I find it quite ironic how you cut Discount off to make your point about him cutting Chirp off. Yeah, I know the hypocrisy card is dead and shit, but look, calling his editing abilities out while doing the exact same thing not too long after makes you look really, really bad.
Oops.
Also, what is this?
Oh man, you remember the trigger jokes? Oh yeah, those were great times.
I wish I
times.
didn't.
I wish I didn't.
I was there for that. I really wish I didn't either.
Like, really, dude?
Oh my god, I forgot how low quality this video is. This video...
Also, what is this?
Because I just look at the text and it's like crispy as hell.
Really, dude? Did you have to go out of your way and call Discount a bad editor and just leave that right in there?
Haven't you all heard? A letter doesn't exist anymore. There's no you.
Shut the hell up.
Ooh, you got him. You got Jody. Your past self got him on that one. Like I'm dabbing it for you right now.
He said, and I quote, use my catchphrase again, I'ma shank you. End quote.
Also, if I may add, you guys are really making a mountain out of a molehill at this point. Yes, he cut off Pokefan when he started, but unlike what Pokefan did, HaloFan cut right back to where he stopped the video. So really, he wasn't cutting anything off. See, kids? This is why you watch the video and do your research before gangbanging a person over stupid shit.
Okay, hold up. Like, I don't think that's a really good argument, though, because, like, he still cut him off. Just because he cut right back. Because, I mean, if it's a different... Like, I think Becca's thinking more like cutting context, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking more about, like, just, you know, cutting the words out. You know, bad editing is what we're complaining about here.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Like, just what do I got to say about this? How am I about to fumble this one?
Yeah, well, this is true that he cut himself back in. My point still stands. He cut out discount like a dumb fuck.
Whoa, that's crazy.
God damn.
Young me had no
It caught me
filter.
off guard.
I'm like, I just took off the gloves. Actually, like, he's not even in this video, and I'm out here throwing strays at HaloFan, which fair, but that wouldn't be fair for another year, I think.
Another few years at that point.
Okay. It's crazy though.
But I guess you are a little in the right here since I didn't go to explain why this was such a big deal. Because Halo didn't know how to fucking properly cut shit. And that's probably what led you off like that. My apologies. Have a cookie.
So wait.
So they get cookies, but we don't?
Yeah, because, well, I was an idiot back then. I gave anybody cookies. You don't give anybody cookies. You know what happens when you give people cookies? Have you ever read when you give a mouse a cookie, right?
We're not mouse.
How am I supposed to believe that?
Me. We're not mouse. Mouse.
We're not mice.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean.
I know, you're just cute.
How am I supposed to know you're not mice? You could be lying to me. I've never seen any of your faces. Actually, yes, I have. But let me, for the sake of an argument.
Seen my face several times.
For the sake of an argument.
Mine.
Yes, okay. For the sake of an argument, let's pretend I haven't. How can I trust you?
No, because that's wrong.
Okay, you know.
Just take the L.
No, I refuse. I only take W's in this house.
You're kind of stuck taking an L because your username literally begins with one.
Oh my god. You know, fine. I'll change my username after I'm done.
Yeah, your username on your commentary channel is Una
What the heck, man?
game.
Random Goku jump scare.
Have a cookie.
He's like,
Get ready to cookie!
It's me, Goku.
I understand that the joke behind the skip card is that it's just a black screen, but honestly, why?
Again, why do I sound like that? Why? But, I like how I immediately jumped to the assessment that it is meant to be a black screen for the sake of a joke. How do I know that exactly? It's not particularly funny.
Yeah, when could you read minds?
Always have been able to. Just never wanted to.
Oh my god, you learned your X-Chain mutant power.
Gosh.
Why is
we
it
have
so
powers, we just
boring?
misuse
I
it.
mean, if it was
Oh,
just
hang on, I'll be right back.
Should we continue without her?
It's them, actually.
Them, okay.
No, but Goku's just warning you two right now, it looks like.
You know what? We have like 3 minutes left. I'm gonna try to. Well, let's get it.
Why does this one image of Goku have more sauce than anything in Super?
That's a great question, and I don't think I have an answer for that one.
like it kind of bugs me the more I think about it.
The Piccolo arc is very saucy, in my opinion. Maybe
It really is.
that's why, like, I spend my video analyzing it, like, getting angry at Dragon Ball fans for saying it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. It has so much sauce. You wouldn't understand.
Also, sorry about that. I'm back.
Okay, I guess I'll continue.
Back.
Tell you why. Why is it so boring? I mean, if it was just here for a few seconds, maybe, but it stays here for like 7 seconds. And yeah, 7 seconds does not sound like a long time, but the amount I have to stare at it makes it sound like 24 seconds. And let's just say I'd rather watch Dragon Ball GT than look at this lifeless, boring skip card.
It's just
You still hold on to that? You still stand by that?
No, I don't stand by that. You're gonna have to do a lot. I think you would have to, like, tie me up to make me rewatch GT right now.
Hey, it's okay to not have good taste.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain. You're gonna have to give me an essay as to why you think You're gonna have to give me an essay to explain why you think GT is like worth watching right now.
Okay.
Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, no fact.
That's like the okay. You're really gonna give it the hype and aura moments argument, really?
Luna, you asked a question. I gave you an answer.
Is that a good one? Or anyways.
I mean, says the JJK fan.
It's Pete. It's a good. It has an actually good story. It has an actually good story. What is GT got? Aura and hype moments. JJK's got aura, hype moments, and an actual story.
Oh, yeah, but JJK also has hype moments, a good story, and no good women.
Okay, all right. Okay, you know what? Fine. You know what? Fair. Fine. But does GT have good women?
Exactly. I mean, it has Android 18
for like 5 episodes, maybe.
5 is still greater than 0.
Yeah, well, JJK's got like good woman for like a season, right? A season.
I don't think any of us are gonna win this.
We're gonna be here all day.
I'm gonna be so real. I don't even know what we're arguing about right now.
It's still more enjoyable than. You know what? Yeah, Lunatic, go.
But context? Who is this Jonah Smith? What video of his are you covering? We need some information. Come on, man. This is Commentating 101. The sequel to Wizard 101 and Pirate 101. Buy it for free, because you really need it.
Well, I mean, he's only one guy, Jonah. Sorry we don't have 3 other guys with him to give out the rest of the details, like your content, sub count, and taste of coffee bars. This is truly a tragedy.
I know this is a joke, but I mean, to be fair, he just said I'm commentating on Jonas Smith. Like, we know who Jonas Smith is and what video he's doing. However, you kind of just walked around it joking about how it took 4 of us to explain who Awesomeness was. Just saying, it kind of doesn't add up.
Design, to his paintings, to his medicine cabinet.
It's not creepy.
And what was the point of that joke exactly? I mean, granted, that joke wasn't really funny, which I find it funny, but still, it wasn't really that funny.
I hate this image of Captain Falcon.
I think this is Captain Falcon if he was in WWE.
Oh, it is.
But I know humor was subjective and all, but at least I didn't find it funny, but then again, that's just me.
Yes, because of the fact that you didn't find it funny, it just isn't funny to anybody. What? And besides that, it's a moment where Jonah is saying that SpongeBob literally knowing everything about Squidward's house is a totally not creepy moment. Now, whether it's supposed to be funny or not, it's supposed to be up to the viewer, and to be fair, it was cut too well. But did you really have to stop the video like it's the most important fault in the world? I mean, you just started there saying it wasn't funny to you, and then you just don't want to continue your point before going back.
Lunatic, he never said that nobody will find it funny. He was questioning the point of it and ended up debunking himself, something you never point out, by the way, and said he didn't find it funny. Stop putting words in his mouth. You don't know where they've been, goddammit.
Hey, Kurome, he actually did say that it wasn't funny to him. I guess.
No, you're missing the point. Missing the point. Oh. You know what? I'm not even.
Luna's gonna strangle the past self at this rate.
I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna make an argument. I don't even have the energy to fight. I don't have the will to fight back anymore.
That is my line delivery's fault, since I was going for a more sarcastic.
You know, fuck the rest. Let's just skip to the final thoughts. What do I gotta say about this? Actually, we are at the last point, thankfully, but like,
we can probably just keep going without pausing.
That's the end of it. Now, Kurome, I can honestly say that I found this video to be surprisingly poor, for your standards at least. And I'd love to blame.
Actually, this is funny. I don't think I'd ever seen a Kurome video before this, so I don't even really know what Kurome's standards were at this time. I just kind of said that again to give some half-hearted praise.
This on Pretty, but I checked her channel. She isn't somebody to have bad commentaries either, so I feel like this one was just rushed out. And to that I say, what the fuck?
I love that line delivery. It's like, to that I say, what the fuck?
Well, all things
the image just kind of makes it better.
I feel like you guys either didn't think very hard on what you were saying, or like Pretty said, made a man out of a molehill. And he'll be the better death, but oh well. Anyways, I'll be awaiting the moment people start remembering my existence while Bleach a question why even bother. So, stay in school, don't do drugs, learn dead end, and Jonah's an asshole if he suddenly gets his commentary out before me.
The funny thing is that I don't... What was I... Why did I don't know why I said that. Because I knew Joni was gonna get her video out before me. Like that, the whole plan hinged on her getting hers out before me. I think I did this.
Did I get my? I thought you got your video out first.
No, yours came out on September the 11th. Mine came out 5 days later, the 16th.
Oh my gosh, it came out on.
You got cut off. What was that?
I just realized it came out on 9/11.
Wait, what?
You said it came out on September 11th. That's 9/11.
I didn't catch that. Wait, okay. So what's the next video? Do we want to skip ahead to? Like the Hero Star one.
No, Hero Star. Did I say it? Oh no, I did suggest the Hero Star video. I don't want to watch it though.
I mean,
you did recommend it, and it was another one you beat me to. Thanks.
I mean, Luna, this isn't something like strictly planned. You can do what you want.
Look, I'm gonna be real though. If I am allowed to skip videos, we're not gonna watch anything here.
I mean, that's fair.
I'm about to say, Cuspy, you kind of set yourself up for that.
Yeah.
I think the funniest thing about the CanCom in hindsight is that, like, I think the only good thing about the CanCom, in my opinion, is the background music, because I had no experience with Pokemon other than Sun and Moon, so it's just filled with music from that game. I don't know why I feel the need to bring that up, but
it worked. Actually, hold on. Do we recall what the heck this video was even on?
This video in particular is on Hero Star, who was a troll account of Frozen Angel.
No, I mean specifically about what the topic being covered was, because I have no recollection.
It was a top 10 list about bullshit items, I think.
No, that was Blazing La Vesta.
I remember Fawful's something was in this video.
You know what? Let's just click play and see so we can get a refresher.
Oh, hey viewers,
I'm a little quiet. Hold up, let me...
I literally it's funny because I also just literally rewatched Death Note. Like the second arc isn't nearly as bad as everybody says it is.
It's been way too long. It's been way too long since I've seen Death Note. I have no opinions on the second arc.
Watch it again, coward.
I've been thinking about it, to be fair.
Good joke for you guys. What do you call a commentary on doodle tones? Suicide. See, this is why I have no friends. Well, let's just get on with this.
I think we get Oh yeah?
That was funnier than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, I have to agree. That came out a lot. I remembered this joke, but I didn't really remember. I remembered it sucking. But I think the fact that I kind of understood it was bad does kind of like it doesn't really save it, but it kind of like it keeps it from like being terrible.
What makes it funny for me is more like the delivery, because you can like hear the voice crack at that one part. Like,
yeah, the suicide that gets me. I also like how I pronounce commentary. Hold up, can I hear that again?
Hey viewers, before we begin, I got a good joke for you guys. What do you call a commentary?
Yeah, I said a commentary. Oh my god, yeah, that's loud. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
audio balancing was not my thing back then, it appears.
Wait, is this Night of Nights? I just noticed.
Yeah, it's Night of Nights.
Yo, Night of Nights, like High School Musical 3.
Gosh, this song is a throwback.
I think the reason I use this was because I put this on in the background all the time when I was playing Splatoon 2. Which, very fitting, very fitting.
It's also funny because it's such tonal dissonance with the footage being used here.
Here's a man falling through the roof of a building. Nice music, asshole.
A man falling through the building. Then we get some amazing dance pop going on in the background.
I'm commentating.
Okay,
as a new commentator.
New commentator. Why did I say it like that?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm commentating on what I can assume is a new commentator named Hero Star. He recently released his first commentary, a commentary on doodle tones. While I'm not saying doodle can be immune to criticism, I will say what a way to start. Let's
Kathy,
just
go to mama. Kathy, go to mama. Go to mama, Kathy. Go to mama.
I think.
Sorry, Taffy's my dog.
I don't know what I'm like. I'm thinking something, but I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking.
This image on screen is funnier than it should be.
Honestly, yeah.
Dun dun dun.
You know, I'll just say it like this: the dick writing's crazy. The dick writing's crazy, and I can say that about my younger self because, well, I am myself.
So on the topic of what we were discussing earlier about JJK, you or you?
That shouldn't be that. This is not that funny, but I'm like my younger self is like Mahito, and I'm like Itadori in this situation.
Go ahead and hit it.
Greetings everyone, Hero Star here with my first commentary. Before we begin, I would like to say some things. I am using text-to-speech as I want to hide my voice. I am looking for a voice changer that satisfies me. However, I am having trouble finding one. If you know a good voice changer, please let me know.
Okay, well, I'm not one of those people who annoy people to death with those black border nitpicks and stuff.
I will say that if you have any video editor on a higher level than Movie Maker, then I'd recommend having a background. It'll make things a little more appealing on the eyes, just saying. Personally, I won't criticize your use of text-to-speech, and to be honest, I don't think it's that bad, but honestly, so many commentators hate text-to-speech that I feel like you would have been better off just waiting for that voice changer of yours.
Before I begin this video,
And then Pink Robot came, and people liked.
People just did not care anymore. Fickle.
Yeah.
Recording with a broken mic. The audio might be a bit choppy at times. Nothing I can do to help that.
So why are you doing this video then? You could have waited until you got a mic that wasn't broken.
Well, you see, that's the funny thing. You should have paid attention to Doodle Tones. Her mic is not broken, it merely gets choppy from time to time. From time to time.
Yes, I heard you the first time, man. Heard you the first time.
To be honest, that's a reasonable reason not to really want to hold off a video until further notice.
It's even worse when you
Oh my god, the audio quality changed. What was going on?
I don't know.
What did I record this with? I'm trying to remember, cause I remember.
When was this video uploaded?
This was October. Was the 14th or 20th? That was the 28th of 2017. Back then, in my earlier commentaries, I recorded with my computer, but starting from my 8th video, I would record with my phone. I don't know if I'm going back and forth, or I am just moving my computer to different areas of my room, which sound very different. That would be hilarious, though, but I don't know if that's true.
Take into account how nothing really happens with her mic, making your entire point shot in the ass and pointless. I'm surprised you didn't even bother editing this out of the script or even the video itself when working on it. Gee.
God, I really should have been better with audio balancing. I could hardly hear Susie.
If you are scared people are gonna attack Angel, then why are you putting the links down below? All putting links in causes pointless drama. If you want to see the video, they can find it themselves.
This point. Okay, so if we're going by your logic, leaving out the link of the original video means that it'll automatically stop drama. No. All it'll do is force me to waste 10 minutes to an hour searching for another video so I can take notes on it myself.
Wait, hold up.
Me to waste 10 minutes to an hour searching for another.
You could barely hear it, but I think my phone in the background like rings very briefly. That is so fucking cute.
Well, that you can never even find the video. Honestly, that's happened to me so many times that it's annoying, so why not? Hero, what's at stake here? It isn't drama. And hey, I can understand that.
Well, it could. It could, but you know, just getting that out there. You know, it's not an impossibility, younger me. This is me before I understood the severity of commentary community drama and what that could do to people. I'm like, there's no risks involved.
Plus X the doubt.
The risks.
Since Doodle is a bigger commentary, it'll be easier to find her videos, but reminder, don't do this for anybody else. Seriously, please.
Hey Logan, thanks for the material.
Oh shit. Again, this audio balancing's so ass, bro.
Let's see what you got here. Otto? Is that you? Well, buddy, let's go for that round 2 I promised you. Disclaimer, no, I have reason to believe that this isn't actually automagic after looking through this guy's page. However, the mannerisms are very similar, and so is the choice of Microsoft Sam voice that automagic uses. So,
Dude was wrong in the predict.
I originally thought this was automagic masquerading as someone else. My apologies. That said, no, this doesn't invalidate anything I'll have to say later. You're still in my sights and this is still happening.
Who the fuck is Otto, and what does this pointless tangent have anything to do with a video?
You know, if you actually used your brain and made inferences based on the information we're giving here, it's safe to assume Doodle has either hit or come across somebody named Otto and promised to hit them again. And to be fair, while you could argue that Doodle still didn't add anything in the long run, it's only here just in case the target is not who she set out for it to be. Adds nothing? Maybe. Still necessary? I guess.
I say I guess like I'm not enthusiastic about it. Like I'm like, I don't know, but it might be. Like just in case the point's bad, I suppose it's correct.
Dang.
I forgot. I was about to say something. I will say, I think this was common back then. People would say, oh, well, who is this you're mentioning here in this situation? But in many cases, I'm like, just use your head.
Just think.
Just
think, Mark.
It requires a tiny bit of context, but you can kind of infer based on the information in the video that this is referencing something that has happened before. And if you can't, I hated that. So this is me kind of going out and calling this out.
Commentating on is his top 10 most overpowered things in video games list. Before we begin, I would like to say that I am actually a huge fan of Waffles Minion. Hello, he is probably one of my favorite YouTubers.
Sweet, then we'll have no problem having this video be fanboy versus fangirl. That said, viewers, keep in mind Angel of Death's little disclaimer here about how he's a fan of Waffles Minion. Or Logan, as I'll refer to him to save time, because that statement's about to be very confusing very soon.
You barely explained what you were covering. You needed to give more context, instead of throw us into the video like that.
Let's see. Frozen Angel is doing a commentary on Fawful Minion. Frozen explained the topic of the video. We can assume that the commentary is on a countdown maker or someone who does them from time to time. Doodletoons is doing a commentary.
Good lord. Audio balancing. Again, is audio balancing. I can't get over it.
On that video on the countdown. So, what else is there to need to know? Frozen's sub count, the amount of views he has, his IP address, his credit card number, where he lives, if I'll actually start fucking checking over his scripts. Seriously, that's all we need to know. Stop attacking and just get on with it.
Okay, I'm gonna be this video is boring. This video is boring, bro. I mean, this might have gone triple platinum in 2017, but like I think it's my delivery, the editing, and the fact that I think 11 kind of wore me out. But I do remember this point being kind of goofy, being a little chicanerous. I'm gonna skip around.
Chicanery.
My first issue is your intro.
Oh my god, this audio I can't be here forever on this audio balancing.
And now here for my pastor interjections line up perfectly. So you see the intro is too full, so you despite the fact that this kinda has been his intro for a while now. Now, if it's been a problem with as long as he's had this intro, then fine, whatever. I don't expect you to like everything he does. I just find it strange that this is your first complaint. You've had this intro for a while, and that you've stated you're a fan.
Okay, but what if he doesn't like the intro? Has that ever crossed your mind?
The fuck, dude? Really? This point was literally made for you. It was wrapped up in a box. With your name on it, no less.
I just realized the background music is somebody playing Night of Nights on their cell phone.
What?
I instantly recognize. Let me see. Right. Hold up. Let me open up something else, and then I'll. Okay. I gotta open this. I gotta open up this Randy Orton video first, so I can show it.
Pushed Orton right over the edge.
Let me show you. Right. It's this video.
Yeah.
It's this video.
Oh my god.
I love that.
We just have it on loop.
I think so. I think so. But I like it. It's just instantly recognizable. Just such a classic video.
Ready to ship to you as a Christmas gift. Doodle knows that Frozen doesn't like the intro. She's just arguing how odd it is that this is Frozen's first complaint, considering he's been a fan for a long time and Fawful has had this intro, well, for a long time. So yes, she understands that he doesn't like it. She's just baffled.
I actually haven't been paying attention. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna.
Okay, we'll be honest. It's kind of funny, like in about how like, we had like commentary for like almost every aspect of like something for like the last video, and now we're here just like kind of sitting here.
Yeah. What a great bit.
Why did I? Okay, well, I was about to be like, why did I disown this video? Oh yeah, because I'm mean. I'm mean. I'm angry. I'm getting mad about every little thing. Like this man, I'm acting like this man messed up my made toast and he burnt it or something. I'm like, how dare you do that? How dare you do that? I'm trying to. There's a funny.
If you want to, we can. If you want to, we can skip to another one. I'm gonna choose.
Oh, don't worry, we will.
Oh,
but
no.
there's something. There's something.
Oh no! Look, I forgot about number 16.
Listen, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to do that. But actually, before we do, there is one thing I do remember here that I do want to show.
You know how much.
Wait, what's this? What's with this black screen?
Hey, if you've watched my series of commentaries, you'd probably know how much I hate when people just slide in pot shots. Okay, I'll be honest and say that I'm a dumbass. You see, pot shots...
Oh, okay, so I just didn't edit anything here. I just didn't edit anything here. It's just a black screen. So, you know how the production of this video, I was racing to get this out before Joni? Here's how I did it.
Yeah?
This is the result of me rushing it out.
That explains it.
Are only bad when you just throw them in there for literally no other reason than to show you suck. Examples: Darky X claiming Doodle's video on him was garbage after she said his video looked like garbage. As well as Metal Dragon 111's video on Cartoon Fan when he said that his name was stupid. Doodle was actually bringing up how his intro was kind of off and the fact...
So I don't really care. I don't remember any of the context here. Oh, is this the point I'm thinking?
Yeah, I don't either.
Hold up. Hold up, because I had an eye catcher.
In other words, she made it.
It's like you know it's old because I can't remember any of these names mentioned.
Oh my.
I just literally... So, I wanted to have, like, an eye catcher, like they do in anime between commercial breaks. And I literally ripped the Dragon Ball GT one. I stole it. And nobody noticed. Oh,
I mean, to be fair, that tells you how many people watched Dragon Ball GT at the time.
It's funny because I picked the very obscure Heroes Legacy special just to make sure nobody would know.
Alright, so before we go on, I actually have a point that I actually meant to throw in somewhere, but I couldn't find the best place to point it out, so here we go. Hero, your avatar, Link. One of Nintendo's flagship characters. Link, a character who has appeared in over 20 games. You know, that Link. The Link you have, like, 10 avatar images of. I mean, since you're using text-to-speech, it isn't like you have any reason to try and have them match your emotional range.
Okay, well, yeah, anyways. So, yeah, I think I don't care anymore. I think I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna see what else is here, and then we're gonna move on to a different video.
I'm just using other people's art.
Alrighty.
Oh, and before...
Wait, what was that?
And it seems a little wrong just using other
Funny
people's
enough, Mello kind of fits you for your voice at the time.
Yeah.
Fits my edginess, that's for sure. Hold up, was that... Here's me going on record saying it feels wrong using fan art. That's based of me.
Yeah, that's based.
You're ahead of the code.
It seems a little wrong just using other people's art. Just me, though.
I do think...
It should be more. It should be more than just you.
It would take a couple years for the rest of the community to catch up on me with that one. But I do think it is funny, me using Mello, because the whole reason we had this... I'm using Mello is because me and Joni wanted to use L, but Night I used L. So Joni picked Nier, and I picked Mello. Mello and Nier are rivals, and me and Joni were rivals at the time, so it was just kind of really... It was a happy accident.
Yeah, I've seen Death Note.
I was about to say, I was like, wait a minute, I know I used Nier for a video. This seems too... okay, this makes sense.
Okay, let's check out a little bit of number 16. Oh, yeah?
This should be fun. Oh, gosh.
Oh, God. I'm not looking forward to this one. I don't even know if I want to watch all of it. We'll see what's good here. I'm going to turn it down because I...
Or what's not good here in this case.
Goodness, you know how to wake people up. Actually, this is your fault. Why didn't you tell me? About us being the same person thing? Are you shocked about this? Actually, I'm still confused. Where did you get the Echo and... Dollar General, enough said. I wanted to talk to you.
I do like...
Dollar General? That place has everything.
It does make sense. The reverb is, like, very bad.
Yeah.
About something specific. A preposition, if you must.
I like how anytime Pre-Luna, early Pre-Luna is on screen, there's nothing. I get that he's supposed to be, like, in my head. But I could have, like, shown myself or something to indicate that, like, you know, that this is me talking to myself, essentially. It's just very odd.
Or, like, some telepathic interference.
It just looks so goofy.
Oh, what? Remember that deal I made 8 months ago? I revive you from the dead if you collect Dragon Balls for me? Well, I was kind of lying. Okay, don't panic, Lunatic, don't panic. I'm dead forever and you expect me not to panic. Screw you. Don't worry about it, though, for I have a way to bring you back. Uh-huh. We're doing a commentary. Of course. And on who? Some guy named Megatron DBZ TV. He did a couple of interesting videos.
That name brings memories.
Oh, by the way, you doing this with me? No, I'm too busy selling Joan and Sarah for stealing this original idea. You know, the dark side thing.
Wait, I didn't catch that. You're too busy stealing what?
I think it was suing Joni for stealing the whole dark side persona thing, even though technically you did really.
We were both beat into that because like Fenview existed.
Yeah. But if something was wrong in my life in 2017, by God, was I gonna blame Joni for it?
That's really funny, all things considering that Joni and you are basically besties.
We were.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? This is Joni's fault, even though she has nothing to do with it.
No, she's done literally nothing wrong.
It is genuinely nice thing about that because I'm like 90% sure like Lunatic was like the first friend they made online.
I hate that I can disprove that, but why would I want to disprove that? Especially knowing who.
No, like, I'm convinced it was like you were the first one I either had an interaction with. It was either you or Sonic Ward. And I'm pretty sure it was you.
I'm pretty sure it was Sonic Ward.
I'm gonna choose to believe it was you.
But let's
retcon
but
Sonic Ward doesn't exist.
Let's retcon.
But Sonic Ward doesn't exist.
That's fair.
It's you by default.
So yeah, we're gonna just retcon that.
Yeah, exactly. Just retcon it.
Well, fine by me. Roll our intro.
Oh heck yeah, I love this music.
Boogie back.
Boogie back.
I could complain all day about how much I kind of don't like Dragon Ball Super anymore, but like watching the Tournament of Power when it was still going, it, like hits different, and this song like reminds me of that.
No, Loki, like, if that had been made like in present, I would have turned that into an intro chain probably.
Maybe I can make an intro. Yeah, actually, I can make an intro chain off of this. That would be fun.
Honestly, do it. Do it.
No, like specifically, like I did have an idea like a month ago because I contemplated like stopping commentaries for a while. So like, Boogie Back would be a fun like way to like leave the community like past self going to present self and just like moving on.
Yeah, I was actually gonna do something kind of similar because when I left the community the first time, I was gonna cover my commentary on Egoraptor, and it was gonna be like the final one.
Excuse me. Just. Anyways.
Among Us.
All right, context. This is Mega.
I love how like I said immediately, no picture. Let's run that one back.
All right, context.
Where did I go? Where did I go? A magician.
Where did you go?
This is
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I like how Megatron is the Coke can for some reason. Like I'm showing this to the audience like it's show and tell. Like this is here you guys go. This is Megatron.
Yeah, it's really unintentionally. That was probably intentional. Yeah.
On DBZ TV. He's a commentator who happened to do a video regarding Jonas Smith's little video on 7th Bloody Dragons. Video.
Oh no, that video.
No, honestly, I didn't really care for any of the commentators because all 7th Bloody Dragon did was be a dick while Jonah recoiled.
Recoiled?
However, Megatron decided to camp...
I'm gonna look this up real quick. Hold up. I'm gonna look it up on my phone. What does recoiled mean? Because actually, wait, I have a different tab open right here. Hold up. Oh, okay. So I was using it in an understandable context. I haven't heard that word in years.
But up by being an even bigger dick. Originally, I chose not to target this video because I thought it was a troll, but apparently in a response to Dark's video on it, it was his gimmick. Whatever.
Oh, actually, funny little detail. Listen closely to this.
It was a troll, but apparently
listen closely to this recording.
In a response to Dark's video on it, it was his gimmick.
I don't know if you could hear, but you hear somebody yelling my name in the background. You just hear,
like, hey!
You just hear Jordan in the background. That was my dad. We were going to church because we were having a play and I had to play my violin for the play. I think that was why I had to go, but I just think that's...
Do you take him to church? Do you take him to church, worship like a dog on a Saturday night?
The fuck did you just say?
You can sharpen your knife off of me, my deathless death, the good God.
I have such good memory when it comes to song stuff. You have no idea.
I love that song. It's such a good song.
Okay.
Anyway, continuing on.
Yeah.
After all, you fail a Dragon Ball video, and I fail your lungs.
Classic line right there. Classic line.
Classic zinger.
Oh, did I say something scary? Nah, you're just hearing things.
I'm sorry. I kind of like that old gimmick, even though I resent that I was such a hateful bastard towards Dragon Ball fans. I love that line. He's like, "Oh, you failed a Dragon Ball video. I fail your lungs."
We just go ahead and let's do this.
All jokes aside, let's get right into this video, shall we?
Okay, no intro skit, no nothing.
Hold up. The fuck is wrong with your mic? It's damn near impossible to make out what you're saying. Also, you have one of the most annoying voices I've ever heard. Second only to Doodle Toads, of course.
I mean, that's not wrong.
Bro's just hating for no reason. that was his gimmick. He's just hating. I like how we were all kind of assholes in 2017, but we all collectively thought, okay, this is a little too much. He's just kind of mean.
Yeah.
He's like, you're too mean.
It's like, hey, at least even we have standards.
I literally showed up to Karome with the steel chair, like, sarcastically going, oh, if it isn't Mr. Quality himself. And Megatron's like, it's like, how dare your voice be so annoying? You sound so annoying to me. And we're all like, okay, all right.
All right. That's enough. He's had enough.
Fair, that one's fair, but...
Yeah, I'll get to my full-on rant about your god-awful persona later, but... if this is a joke, then it's pretty fucking pathetic. It's more of a useless pot shot. And also, I get that you think is...
What?
We were so mean. I'm glad we're not like that anymore.
we're like, Megatron's being mean, and then I'm being mean back. But I think I don't... something about me being mean is, like, honestly, like, I hate it, but it's kind of funny listening back to it. I'm like, I sound like a kid trying to sound tough, I think.
I mean...
You were. To be fair, we were literally all minors at this time. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you were literally a minor.
But I think it's so clear that I'm like puffing out my chest trying to sound tough, and my voice is all squeaky and shit. I'm like the type that would. I'm like the kid in like all the movies that's like in the trench coat on top of somebody else's shoulders. That's what it feels like watching my old stuff back.
Voice is annoying, but
now I'm
what's
just
he supposed to do
like,
about it?
Now I'm just imagining like younger lunatic. You best like using Alvin and the Chipmunks as the avatar.
Oh no!
Oh,
no. I would have rather like not done that. I would have. I can't make any jokes about that in this call actually. So never mind. But no.
I mean,
shoot himself in the throat? You know, that's actually not that bad of an idea. He'd stop making awful jokes. Holy shit, you're right. Okay, forget I said any of this. That's genius. But no, seriously, unlike Doodle, he doesn't use a voice changer, so... you know, maybe we should shoot you in the throat, too.
That's crazy.
God dang.
I was like, maybe we should just shoot you. So, you know what, let's just kill this guy.
Sans would be so disappointed. Look at this level of violence.
Oh my God. What was up with me, like, in these old videos, like, you know, like, I'm just like, let me choose violence. Do I have to watch the rest of this? I think I've already seen enough.
It was either choosing violence or hating the feminists.
No, see, I don't got a good response to that. It really is either or, because this was my character arc. I went from hating women to hating everyone.
What a character arc! You went from Ben Shapiro to Filthy Frank.
Like, what's an example of like an anime character that like slowly, progressively turns evil? That was me.
Light Yagami.
You literally just Sasuke.
Yeah, which is funny because I used Sasuke in the next video.
Isn't it funny how things work out?
But like you said, like my answer was either like okay, so I can either say Sasuke or I can say You know, I know there's more answers, but like, the only ones that come to mind are like Sasuke and Griffith.
I wouldn't compare myself to Griffith. I don't know anything about Berserk, but I hear that man has done some truly awful things.
Would that help?
He's just a quickie and a moron who has no idea what he's doing.
If he's a moron, then you're a retard.
Whoa, okay. Again, bro is just hating. Bro's just hating.
That was not cool.
I actually could kind of, even though I do think him calling your voice, like, him hating your voice is, like, kind of like, why, okay, that's cool and all, but, like, why does this matter? I could kind of give it some leeway for the sake of, oh, you know, he's just being, you know, a dick for the sake of a joke, even if it isn't a funny joke. But this is just like, okay. Like, what's the point here? Bro is just hating. Bro's just hating.
Well, if he's a retard, then you need to get rid of this asshole's
This was
personality.
commentary humor, either pot shots or slows.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm a commentator, racist joke.
And now, first off, you don't interject to critique, complain, or joke. Instead, you just show up and say, well, if he's an idiot, then you're a retard. Okay, now, what I mean about his persona is that he's a dick when he uses Megatron as his avatar. Okay, now let me list every reason why.
Also, the audio balancing, like, is so, like, okay, like, yeah, I hear the green groove, man. I hear the green groove. You don't have to play it that loud.
I'm more so just internally laughing at like that absolute emphasis on like Persona before. This is like before Persona became popular. I'm pretty sure.
This was before I really knew anything about the series, so was this like foreshadowing?
Yeah.
Persona.
I mean, if it was foreshadowing, you never saw it coming.
Oh my goodness.
Ha ha! Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Sucks. 1. Because clearly when you talk shit about somebody without any real context, you aren't gonna get taken seriously. 7's Bloody Dragon. And 2, if you spend a lot of time throwing in pot shots, we aren't gonna get anywhere. And no, I don't mean all pot shots are bad, I mean the hit and runs. The ones where you just add jack and shit by just insulting somebody and moving on. Without
I think the thing is I didn't quite understand that those were called ad hominem attacks. I just called everything pot shots. But, at least I was learning,
context, like I said before, I'll most likely not take you seriously.
So, context. 7th Bloody Dragon, a commentator previously commentated on by Digital Tie, decided to make a quickie on Doodletone's top 10 bullshit levels list. It sucked.
You know, I'm getting the feeling that you wouldn't have made this if it had nothing to do with Doodletones. I mean, we all know your Doodle's a little bitch.
You know what? You're right. Spread the word, guys. Hashtag Jonah is Doodle's little bitch.
I'm really not helping the situation.
No. No.
I'm like, you know what? You're right, actually. That's crazy. I thought I was gonna defend Joni. I was like, you know what? Actually, I agree with you.
God dang.
I've been betrayed.
There's a thing. Anyways, when did calling Jonah out for looking up the Doodle become a thing? Like, was it DiCaprio? The old? Whatever it is, calling that out doesn't exactly make whatever else he says in the video wrong.
Good gravy.
I'm trying to
on a time capsule.
I feel a little like I don't know. I feel like maybe if Megatron had like said something a little differently. I don't know. I feel like I'm not exactly wrong. Again, I'm not wrong, but I'm not right either. I feel that's the issue. But this one hinges on Megatron being like wrong, but also right at the same time too.
I'm sorry, the only relevant thing you've done in this video are give Jonah shit, and surprise, give Jonah shit.
Also, I like how I don't know if this is just me, but I in this moment, and really just this whole video, I sound like Snake did. I sound like nihilistic Snake.
No?
No, I swear that sounds like how Snake would deliver a line like that.
I don't hear it at all. I don't
I don't either.
How many nihilistic Snake videos have any of you seen?
I've seen a few, listen.
Yeah, like if you count videos that were covering Snake, a lot, yeah.
Plus, like for me, I watched one when I was trying to get into SOC at the time, because you got to do your research on who you're joining.
You know, side note, in retrospect, Snake was such like an undeserved bandwagon. It's like, what's the worst thing? The defending women. Okay.
So me and Snake were
Yes.
like opposites during this era, I think.
You know, if this line was
Largest
actually...
Like the largest time of all feminism.
You know, you trying to be funny and less of you coming off as a dick, then it'd be acceptable, but nope, no effort. Jonah is Doodle's little bitch. Confirmed. Case closed.
We don't want to make this drag on.
Oh man, head and hands again.
Yeah, no, I deserve that one.
Can't do it. He's too dumb, man.
Hey, I just have to say that was my light bulb you kicked over in your...
I like how my phone just rings.
Hey, I just have to say that was my light bulb you kicked over and you're kind of gonna have to pay for that. Anyways, I kind of wanted to bring up how making awful jokes and puns is kind of also Jonah's slaps.
She's not good at it though at this era.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna skip ahead. I don't care enough. I don't care enough to hear this part. What comes next? What do you got to say for us,
Can
Megatron?
handle basic enemies? You fucking suck.
She's talking about the experience that she herself had with the game.
Oh my god! I just explained this! She is complaining about basic fucking enemies!
And here we begin the issue where you decide to claim that Jonah's repeating the same points, when in actuality he's explaining one point, but you drag it out like it's multiple points all in the same argument. Honestly.
Okay, so in misediting this, I think I was gonna miss a pretty good point here. You see, if you already can't tell, there was like no attempt to make a good video here because he's saying that Doodle was complaining about basic enemies, when in actuality the complaint is moreover that she's getting shot at by multiple enemies. So I got a question, do you think you can beat up Yamcha? If that was a yes, now do you think you could beat up 1,000 Yamchas?
That is a very fair argument.
Yeah. That is a really funny way to put this.
This is also like a very funny image. Like if we had a commentary like out of context page, I want this to be like at the front of it.
I mean, we used to have a commentary out of context page back when people still used Twitter.
Oh yeah, that is true.
You get my point, do you?
Or maybe basic and easier one may not be the same for others.
Nope, I can't do this again. Where's the fucking gun?
Again, this is all the same interjection, and you're treating it like he said this over a few minutes ago, and look, the audience clearly gets that, so you're making yourself look like a fucking idiot. Isn't calling him an idiot a little rude? Preemie, he called Jonah a retard and Doodle's little bitch in less than 30 seconds. Also, you made a
God, it was. I love just how full chest I say that word. No fear. I'm like, you know what? I can say it.
No fear, no pain.
I get it. The adults around me said it, so I didn't see an issue with it. But I mean, people were getting on to people for saying that word back then. I just. What did I say here?
Super video. Please, I'll go as far as little bitch in less than 30 seconds. Also, you made a Dragon Ball Super video. Please, I'll go as far as I want on this guy.
I kind of like that.
Yo,
I'm like,
go far?
I was like, I'll go as far as I want. He made a Dragon Ball Super rant.
I can't believe it! Not a Dragon Ball Super rant!
I forgot about that.
I'm actually covering that video in this video. That's the second half of the video.
Something else. Doodle diapers. Hey, look, everybody! Look at the seventh bloody dragon. Is he cool yet?
Oh my god, he's so cringeworthy.
Okay, I guess. Matter of fact, this one wasn't even a joke. Instead, he's about to build up as to why calling Doodle diapers is something he believes is irrelevant, annoying, and by the way, something usually used to discredit Doodle. Let me remind you that Jonah had not even made his point yet. Or even a joke for that matter. Then again, there's also the point that saying somebody is cringeworthy is not on its own a point, so...
Well, I mean, he isn't really trying to make a point. He's just saying, oh, this is cringe, which, you know, still, it's kind of like, it doesn't really, like, him saying, oh, this is cringe is kind of like, it's not really adding anything, but I'm treating it like he's trying to make an argument when it really is just a dumb kind of, like, pot shot.
It is kind of funny because, like, calling somebody cringe is cringier than being cringe for me.
Yeah, that's cringe. Don't do that.
Not the cringe. Not the
Not
cringe
clever,
compilation.
and done to death. You're just bringing up drama that should remain dead at this point, and apparently was one of those people on the anti-doodle hate bandwagon.
What anti-Doodle Tones bandwagon are you talking about? Most people that don't like her have a reason.
Oh, that's cool. Too bad you give no examples and stuff.
Oh no, I learned
Plus,
that.
like, just because someone has a reason doesn't mean it's a good reason.
Yeah, I forgot what I was about to say. Also, here I am learning how to. Here's me after just learning that I can make that argument that, oh, you don't have examples, therefore.
Therefore, you're wrong.
I abused the hell out of that out of that argument a lot. I think from this point on.
There was always that one argument that every commentator specialized in and like used in every single video.
It's like, well, you don't have any examples. I mean, it's a fair argument. It's just I used it way too much. Oh, play, please.
No kidding. I legit kind of wanted to know why people do hate doodle tones. I mean, I haven't actually found a legit reason, even though I've been here for a year. But, you know. But honestly, you should have actually given an example at this moment. Without it, your claim is as void as Can currently is. Shit, did I say that out loud? Oh god, I really am becoming a doodle worshipper. I've become worthless.
I don't see how hating on Can is a doodle thing. I know that Susie was very openly like, what the fuck is the Can chat doing in like late 2017, but like that wasn't like, you know, when I got in trouble with the Can moderators, they weren't saying, oh, this is Susie's influence, you evil 14-year-old. They just yelled at me for like an hour.
That's so funny out of context.
That's really funny out of context.
I think it's actually kind of funny in context too, but maybe that's just me. I guess I'll continue.
Matter of fact, when did I start using Tomoko?
I was gonna point that out.
Hold up.
Hans, did you sneak into Doodle's avatar folder? So many.
I'm gonna skip that. The line, I'm gonna skip it. It's not even a bad joke. It's just
I remember what the line was. I can't remember why.
Just any mention, anytime. I don't want any proof of me saying lolly. I have to make sure that I never say that again, which is why I just said it. But that's beside the point.
You also need to take into account. Yeah, we're definitely the same person.
Also, what do you mean you're definitely the same person? Like, is it a problem or is it a good thing? That's my concern. I feel like I feel like if I'm pulling out a metaphorical shotgun in this instance, I just have to make sure that I'm not creepy. I get it. I was 14, didn't know any better, but still. Actually, the story behind me using Tomoko, I don't mention this in the video, but the reason I used Tomoko was because Joni, you were going to use Tomoko, I remember, in one of your videos, and this was like, you were knees deep in everybody.
I can't remember which one.
Yeah, me neither, because I don't think you released the video. But I just remember that...
Wait, no, hold on. I used... No, hold on. I think I used... No, but that doesn't make sense, because I think I used Tomoko for the video I did on, like, Keyboy, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I just remember you were gonna use Tomoko.
But that was way. I think that had to be way after this one.
Yeah, that was spring 2018. I remember you were going to use Tomoko around like November 2017, and because you were knees deep in being called a Susie suck up, Susie was like, I don't know about that, and I was like, hold up, I've got an idea. So I used Tomoko. Because I don't know what I was thinking, but I was thinking if I do this, people are going to start calling me a Susie suck up, and they're going to forget about Joni.
So, by the way, how much longer are we going to stick on this one? Because I just noticed what the next one is, and it hit me like, oh no, if we watch this one, we're going to have to see Sweet.
Look, I just want, there's a point in here I want to see. There's a point in here I'm looking for, and that we're going to stop when we get there.
Okay. You also need to take into account that the fact that just because somebody has a reason doesn't automatically make that reason valid.
I love the little stutter that doesn't.
Yeah, that was cute.
Oh, hold up. Am I about to cook?
Count that the fact that just because somebody has a reason doesn't automatically make that reason valid. Got it memorized? Good.
Oh, I just stole. I jacked that from Joni. If you.
Give me my money.
No, I refuse.
Do it.
No. You don't deserve any money. You don't deserve cookies. You don't deserve money. You don't deserve anything, except for hugs.
Oh, that's not fair. You're using my weapon against me. But I'm the one supposed to be giving the hugs here. That's my role.
Well, too bad. You're getting hugs from me now. I'm the hugger now.
live in-
I'm the
we
hugger
live in a
here.
Society. We live in a society.
Automatically make that reason valid. Got it memorized? Good. By the way, Jonah, stole your
Got it
catchphrase.
memorized.
And the
I do say, by the way, Joni, stole your catchphrase, but I also like when I say that you could, again, hear my phone vibrating.
doodle diapers joke? There's evidence to back that up. So we can still say that.
Oh shit, it's my only weakness. Actual fucking evidence. Oh my god, I'm drowning in all my—
Oh god. I saw the headphone warning and I got scared.
Oh no.
My only weakness. Actual fucking evidence. Oh my god, I'm drowning in all my hypocrisy. Fucking failure.
Honestly, it could have been worse. Honestly, it could have
Oh
been
god,
worse.
I actually like panicked. It was like Godzilla rising from the shore. I was like, no, it can't be an ear rape joke in big 2025.
Honestly, I'm just laughing because the
I'd
delivery
worry.
of that was genuinely really funny.
Yeah.
It was. I actually do think that I actually really liked that joke when it happened. I just don't agree with calling him a failure, but you know.
It's like watching an episode of Bar Rescue. You're a failure, Karen.
If you now, if you called me the failure, I get it, but
Oh, get out of here! Get out of here! You're getting hugs. Hug time. You're getting hugged against your will.
So you're allowed to self-deprecate, but when I do it,
There's a difference between saying my stuff isn't good and calling myself a failure, which I don't do.
Wait, what was that?
Never mind. Anyways,
No, but you didn't say failure first. What was that?
I was like, there's a difference between having calling my intros bad and calling myself a failure.
I heard fairy at first. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I heard fairy as well. I heard fairy.
Because you have.
Watch Fairy Tale already.
No.
I was about to say that's a derogatory term people have used for gay people.
That's crazy.
Have the evidence doesn't automatically mean you can do it. Imagine him as a kid learning at school. Guys, I have proof that slavery exists. I can own people now.
Why is that funny? Why is that funny? Why is that funny?
It shouldn't be funny. It's not.
It shouldn't have been funny. It should not have been funny.
I think it's the way I say it and like the pictures. Like, I can own people now.
No, it's fun. No, it's also funny because you can just take it out of context for meaning own and like the pwn kind of own sense.
Oh my god, you're right. Like,
this was an accidentally layered bit.
This honestly would have gone triple platinum on the fucking commentator out of context page on Twitter.
Oh no, it would have.
It would have. I think that would also get the account suspended though.
I think the crazy thing is
No, it wouldn't have. People posted way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was before Musk.
True.
Oh, true.
But it's funny because I've always never really liked this video and I see why, but on the other hand, I do have to admit it's way better than I remember.
It's way funnier than I remember. Yeah. Wait, was this the part you were waiting for?
I don't know actually. Hold up.
That slavery exists. I can own people now. Ironically, since I'm black, I can say that, but I'll save that for a political commentary or whatever.
What could I say? What could I possibly use that argument for in a political commentary? Good
point actually. Wait a minute.
Sure. I like the ironically since I'm black I can say it. Like I don't think I needed the ironically in there, but it was like I think to make that joke funnier I would have been like, by the way, I'm black, I could say that, so I mean, it was 2017. A white person could have said that, and people would have probably clapped harder because of racism. But this is beside the point.
I should have known you would have made a big deal out of this. After all, you are Doodle's little bitch.
I swear, if anybody commentates on this and claims I did just because Jonah's my friend, they're deader than Megatron is already. Whatever. Since you seem to be having fun throwing pointless pot shots at Jonah, let me try. You suck. GG. Anyways, I get that you believe that Jonah is blindly defending Doodle, but so far I haven't seen you debunk more than one of his points. Besides that, this is still wrong. Jonah is not Doodle's little bitch. That would be me.
What was that?
Grand Metropolis.
Fucking back. It's loud as
I
fuck.
was laughing. I was just laughing at the voice crack.
Yeah. Again, my voice. I'm going through puberty, so I'm like voice cracking like every time I try to say anything.
Besides that, this is still wrong. Jonah is not Doodle's little bitch. That would be me. Lunatic, shut the fuck up. I want to be loved, okay? But I guess I love you. Self-fest doesn't count.
It's just a stupid line. I that is like such a dumb line. I think I like that. I like that.
This video is so much funnier than I remember.
It's so true.
It's actually called narcissism, but whatever. Look.
Okay, all right. You know what? I will give myself some credit. That is clever. It's like I go self-cess doesn't count, and then I counter myself with that's actually called narcissism, but okay. I'm surprised I knew what that was. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Pre-me, nobody cares. Anyways, I also have to point out how you once again do nothing here. You just called him Doodle's little bitch and went on.
Premise to them.
Oh, so you're gonna call a very important part of the game.
I still haven't seen the joke. Come on, it's got to be somewhere around here.
Just like the...
Also, 7th.
Unlike you, because you're the most boring commentator I've ever seen.
You're lucky hypocrisy doesn't make you wrong. Even then, what you said is still up for debate. No kidding, that's legit subjective. Also, I don't mean to be a sore thumb, but if he's so boring, then how come more people sit through his commentaries compared to you? I guess you talking down to your targets like they're trash doesn't have an audience. I mean, I fucking guess.
What do you mean I fucking guess? That's literally what you're doing, pass me. Alright, it's gotta be somewhere around here. It's gotta be around here.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, that was loud.
What the mess? Hey, the hypocrisy card was practically begging for it, okay?
I don't know what was my fascination with not, like, I don't know. I tended to say that instead of what the fuck for some reason.
Since I kicked it down, it won't get up for a while.
Anyhow, Post Lunatic here again because I actually didn't point out the issue with this point here. You see, while he is criticizing Jonah's singing voice, the sad fact is, well, he's most likely just singing horribly for the sake of a joke.
We don't know that, but okay. Alright, Alright, it's gotta be. It's this.
Correct the mistake, and you just kind of shot him in the foot. That was kind of rude, you know.
But
honestly, the fact that you just came out and did that just proves how much effort went into the commentary. And that's cute and all, but let the little bitch and glad go through the sentences first.
Did I just call Jody a bitch?
I think you did.
Went into the commentary. And that's cute and all, but let the little bitch continue with the sentences first.
Bro, what a passive-aggressive friend. I just literally just called Jody a bitch.
You want a good reason
why
I thought...
friend.
It's like, oh, by the way, we're best friends, of course.
Thought this guy was a troll? Well, even fucking Gligar 13 vids was better than this. Those were the days. I know, buddy. I know. Also, you can...
Actually...
They were not.
They were not.
Okay, look. Gligar 13 vids actually recently returned, and I was actually, like, popping off. Like, I was like, oh, shit, he's back! I was actually getting really excited.
He's back?
He made a video. Oh my god, like crazy ass video going. Actually, the Nintendo Switch 2 should be more expensive actually, because you know he loves pissing people off.
Oh, that's true. He does.
This man's a mad genius. I don't understand what I had against him all those years ago.
You can easily disprove them? I asked how because, bitch, please, I doubt anybody would disagree with me when I say you haven't proved him wrong once in this commentary.
Yeah, there's still a chance that what Doodle was doing was...
Fucking God. She wasn't over-exaggerating anything. She was bitching and moaning about extremely small problems.
Just
sounds like over-exaggerating.
Dude, there's... I don't know if I'm ever gonna find this point. What's this?
Nobody really cares.
You
I
showed us
care.
This video?
Good for you. Too bad the fact that you're the minority makes this point irrelevant. By the way, what was the point of this interjection? I mean, it wasn't even really a joke. You just gave somebody shit just because. Honestly, the nerve of some bakas.
The nerve of some bakas. Alright, I think...
nerve of some bakas.
I think I might be misremembering the point.
Yeah, let's just move on to the next one, because this one's gonna get back memories.
Hold up. What's this about?
Was bitching, pot shots, and a whole bunch of just talking down to your target. Can I even call it that? Talking down to a target is one thing, but being a flat-out dick? Yeah, you look more like an attention-hungry little shit who wants nothing more than to start up some drama. We're done here. Do you have your pistol ready, preemie? We still have that other video, you know, the dragon one. Right.
I'm glad I indicated what this was. just in case nobody figured it out. All right, let's move on to number 17. I remember this video came out like the day Blaze the Movie Fan and Mr. A's videos on Joni came out for some reason.
Dang.
Wait, what? It was that day?
Yeah.
Wait, it's this? Oh, wow, that's...
Yeah, you had 3 commentaries on you all in the same day.
Jesus.
Now...
yeah, none of them were good. None of them were good.
I haven't seen this one in years. I remember you saying this was mediocre, which is probably true.
I don't remember saying that.
You didn't say it to me, but I heard you say it, so...
You literally have no proof.
Look, this was in, like, the Cloud Palace, I'm pretty sure. If I could, like, find it.
Yeah, no, exactly. No proof.
Okay, alright, whatever. What do I gotta say about this one, past me?
Okay, that's how many poorly written points in this video? Who checked this again?
Oh, wait, hold on. Lunatic, you're gonna need to skip the intro card for this one.
Okay, yeah, I will skip the intro card.
Okay, that's how many poorly written points in this video? Who checked this again? Well, shit, my commentary career has been destroyed. Oh.
Okay, this is back during my hating Saradust arc.
Why was that in the...
I don't know, I just didn't like him. I was just like, I don't know why. I don't vibe with this Saradust the Phantom man.
Right, it was Sarah the Phantom back then. I forgot about that.
I actually...
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
I was about to say, that was back when Sarah was just Sarah the Phantom.
I actually had a nightmare that Saradust commentated on me. Like, I called it a nightmare because I woke up, like, cold sweat. I was like, I can't let that happen.
I can't let that happen again. I can't do it again.
Like, in the dream, Saradust made...
I kept on just associating Spectro with Saradust because of...
Any, like, edgy anime character with, like, hair over their eyes, that's, like, Saradust to me. There's, like, a dude in a Kamiga Kill, and, like, I'm pretty sure Saradust never used him as an avatar, but I kept calling him Saradust, because I couldn't remember his name.
Was it Sanagayama? He had green hair, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sanagayama. That's accurate.
I forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, but I was about the dream. I remember, like, the video Saradust made on me was so popular, like, Ponder was like, holy shit, this is peak fiction. Everybody in the community was like, Saradust, you're the greatest commentator of all time. And they were like, oh yeah, Lunatic? I don't know. Why did we let him in the Cloud Palace? I woke up in a cold sweat, like, I can't let that happen.
Oh no.
Oh.
Alright.
Whatever. Luna took the game here, and I'm here to commentate on a specific somebody. Well, you probably know Jonas Smith since I've not only covered him back in 2017, I've co-opted with him multiple times. Some better than others, but yeah. Anyhow, a few weeks ago, he released his 30th commentary, one on Phantom Strider.
What the heck is that Sasuke image?
Wait, where?
Anyhow, a few weeks...
Where is it?
Keep going.
Weeks ago, he released his 30th commentary, one
That
on
thing's
Phantom...
cursed.
Some better than others, but yeah.
Right before this.
Anyhow...
Is it this one?
That looks really cursed to me. That's not from something, I swear, right?
Is that from, like...
This is before, like...
This looks like his Baruto design, is it not?
It can't be that art style. There's, like, no shading or anything there. Like,
Baruto couldn't have been a thing back then, could it?
No.
Yeah, no, Baruto couldn't have been out by this
No.
point.
Baruto came out in 2017. In the movie in 2015, so Baruto was nothing new at this point.
Really? Wow.
That doesn't seem right, but okay.
I remember it very well, because Naruto and Shippuden ended in April 2017. Baruto started the week after. I remember very well.
30th commentary,
That's
one on
wild.
Phantom Strider, who was a cartoon guy or whatever.
Cartoon guy or whatever, I love that word.
Thought the video was alright, I actually did have a few issues with it. Enough to give me an excuse to hit furry/weeb/brony trash Smith for a second time. Sketch, Dark, Key, this is for you.
Oh.
Why am I
Oh no.
On so many levels.
Oh no.
I dedicated this video to 2 criminals. What a great start.
Skip the intro.
I did it all for the nookie.
You know, I have the aching feeling that I'm going to completely regret this decision.
Oh, there's some nice audio balancing.
I'm seeing stars and I can't reach for them. Frick.
Aww.
Oh, there we go. It's our goal. It's sweet.
Yeah,
Nobody got that reference somehow either.
What was it referencing?
I'm seeing stars and I can't reach. That was a Sonic reference, and nobody else got that.
Okay. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. You know what, Joni? If you're quitting commentaries, I have to bring back Sweet for you.
Yeah, you have my permission.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Fun fact about this, by the way, I didn't make this part. I had talked about Doodle with helping edit this video, and then I don't remember what came up to prevented her from being able to finish it. I just said, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna edit the rest of it myself. The intro skit was the only part that actually got.
Oh.
got anything.
What the heck are you?
Oh, me?
Also, like, I have to ask, the Neptunia thing, I feel like that was my biggest influence on the community.
Was it? Because I swear there was somebody else in Neptunia before you showed up.
Like one, and it was Jack. It was Jack, because Jack used Neptune as an avatar in one.
I know somebody recommended me use If as an avatar, and it wasn't you, because I don't think we were talking as much around this time period.
But this was like 2018. We were friends then.
Oh, This is gonna bug me because my memory is. I wish I could remember this stuff better.
Plus, like, I mean, plus, like, the entire thing is like you're iffy, I'm Kappa. That's a dynamic duo thing.
Yeah, I can see it. Anyways, continue on.
I'm the spirit that reside in Millennium Coffee you just destroyed. Pretty sure you owe poor Mr. Silver money now, though.
Okay, so 2 problems here. Number 1 is the line delivery here. Well, the line is supposed to be you in agony. You're kind of not trying. Well, I'm not saying I can't.
Wait, where? What line? Was it? Oh yeah, it was you going.
I think you were probably referring to the scream.
All right. Okay, here's my problem. Why didn't I should have followed that up, I should have put this point immediately after that, instead of, combining the points together. I get why I thought it would make it, it'd flow better if I did it like that, but it's harder to keep track of what I'm complaining about then. Well, in this case, then I should have just, said, oh yeah, I'm reaching for stars or whatever, fucking, oh my god, here I go.
Here we go.
Deal with it. I'm not trying to force you to become good, because nobody can become good overnight, just like a Funimation sub of Dragon Ball. You didn't say please! You still.
Oh my god, I could not help myself from dunking on Funimation DBZ, which is completely fair.
I mean, fair.
Look, let me just get this out of the way. This is not. Dragon Ball fans act like that is the best English dub ever. It is not. It's not even close. That's why I dunk on it. But sometimes you gotta put that hate boner away, because it gets in the way of the point.
Didn't sound like you were trying, and 2, a worst case scenario, if you were in a spot where you can't yell, it'd be best to rewrite the line to accommodate this so you wouldn't need to yell at all. Either way, the complaint is unimportant, and you can take it any way you want. The real problem is my second issue. You see, there is a glaring issue with Sweet's articulation, which is due to her goddamn voice being too damn high in pitch. Well, it isn't much of an.
I'm sorry. I like the way I say the pitch. I say high pitch.
Yeah, that's always been funny to me.
Issue here, it sometimes can be hard to understand the character's dialogue, so I'd wish for you to at least tone down the character's pitch a bit.
Just lift you could hear me fucking stumbling over my lines. Nice skip card.
Alright, let's go. It's time to check out some time-honored classic cartoons, remade into disastrous train wrecks. When a cartoon gets remade, for some reason, it is standard practice to put it in the hands of people with absolutely no interest in the original cartoon, even to the point where the new team won't watch a single episode of the original show. Hell, sometimes the teams outright hate the source material and do everything they can to sabotage the original creators, devastating fans in their way.
Isn't that kind of an unfair generalization against reboots as a whole?
Okay, yeah, you aren't wrong. Sure, there probably are
I
a few
miss
cartoons
Phantom
that are
Strider.
like that.
I forgot. He's just kind of gone, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he quit.
I miss Phantom Strider. He gave his all. He just genuinely he wanted to talk about cartoons. He just wanted to say howdy.
I do remember in this era, like early 2018, for some reason the entire community was beefing with him. Even I was beefing with him. He made like a top.
I think it was just because he was kind of boring, honestly.
For me, it was because of his top like 5 worst like cartoon endings. He put DBZ on the list, and
What? Okay, actually, that's probably that's fair, honestly.
I remember him.
I'll be honest. I just thought it would be a fun video to cover at the time. I didn't hate the guy.
All right.
I'd like to touch on your word.
And now Phantom's being like, you don't really have a Phantom Strider equivalent nowadays. Thinking about it.
That's I think the closest we have could be Quentin reviews.
No, but in terms of like nobody makes like top lists anymore or anything.
Oh yeah, no one really does countdowns like that anymore.
Like in terms of just like general like clout for like cartoon stuff, the only one I can think of is even close like nowadays is like what? Like Saber Sparks?
Yeah.
I can't think of Saber Spark without like getting chills up my spine.
Why?
It's okay. You don't need to know. You don't need to know. Anyways, let's continue.
Well, now you make me want to know.
No, I think I know what Lunatic's referring to, so I agree.
But I got to know.
It's okay. You don't need to
You're
know.
better off not knowing.
All right, look, man, let's go.
Standard practice. Meaning that's in the norm for people to, and I quote, do everything they can to sabotage the original creators.
Jonah, did you watch him more than once here? Because this is completely wrong.
If this point is bad, we're gonna skip this whole video, by the way. Look, okay. What can I possibly?
This delivery of wrong made it kind of funnier.
Is completely wrong. Like, did I really say it like that? Although.
Did you watch him more than once here? Because this is completely wrong.
I like how my avatar disappears, by the way. Really nice editing there.
You see, Strider didn't say it's common practice, not even close. And he instead said, sometimes this happens. Jonah, don't jump the gun. Last time you did that, you killed Can. Oh. Anyhow.
I mean, maybe that was a good thing.
That was for the better.
And coming in at number 9, Powerpuff Girls 2016. Let's start with the elephant in the room, because honestly, it's not the absolute worst.
I mean, yeah, it's not like we could have already guessed that, considering the placement that's on the list. It's not like being right near the top would mean you don't consider the show as bad as the majority do. It's not like I know...
Nothing. I mean, it's not like you know nothing about countdown making and how varied they can be. And no, I'm not even saying all lists are different, because while they can be, here's a funny thing. Just because something is at the top doesn't automatically mean it's not going to be that bad. Especially when a list is titled with worst in it. You'd expect it to be filled with completely bad topics, yet he has one that he admits is not that bad. What you're saying here, Jonah, is kind of stupid.
The main problem I personally...
How do we feel about that?
Nobody remembers my one really bad countdown video.
I mean, didn't we just like see it? It was the one that Halo fan was covering.
Yeah, no, nobody remembers it. Thankfully.
Oh.
Actually, oh no, I can't remember if I got rid of it when I was unlisting all of my commentaries. It might still be there and easier to find now. Oh no.
Uh-oh. I remember this one time, like, I accidentally deleted this build video I spent so much time working on, and, what's kind of funny about it is that, if it wasn't for a criminal, that video would be gone forever.
God damn it. Sometimes criminals make some decent decisions, but... Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just taking that out of context.
I actually do not know how to feel about the point I just made, but I guess it's decent. It depends on, like, what you said, but I wasn't paying attention.
But I wasn't paying attention.
The cartoon was that it focuses on the 3 main characters, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, who were the least interesting part of the original cartoon. I watched the original cartoon for characters like the Mayor, Mojo Jojo, him, Fuzzy Lumpkins, and how they worked off the main characters. Many of the episodes seem like a befuddled mess with no real structure or story, often seeming like a random series of jokes and memes.
Oh no, we're skipping this point. You want to know why?
Yes!
Because I remember...
Why?
Because, okay, I remember when I was responding to... Because I've had nightmares about this. I've had nightmares about this for real.
Oh, no.
When I say... Not really nightmares. I just remember this, and I didn't know where it came from until just now. But when I'm complaining about Joni's argument, I say, yas myself, but I say it in such a dumb way that I cringe thinking about it. It haunts me. I'm like, OMG, yas. It's such funny line delivery. I can't do it. I can't watch it.
Was that it focuses on the three main characters.
Also, what's this point?
Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. What? I'm on a budget.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're on a budget?
An example. I'm
Budget of
sorry.
what?
Insert Duel's catchphrase here. What? I'm on a budget.
If I didn't say it so quietly, that would be really funny. I'm sorry. Insert Susie's catchphrase here. I'm sorry. I'm on a budget.
Susie's catchphrase is try again.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I actually did straight up. I kind of have started stealing Susie's catchphrase because she doesn't really use it anymore, which is intentional.
Well, Susie doesn't really do much anymore.
That is true. That is also true. Okay. Can this thing get off the screen so I can see what's up here? Fucking YouTube and their new fucking going back a bit for this point. Okay.
The main problem I personally found with the cartoon was that it focuses on the three main characters, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, who were the least interesting part of the original cartoon.
Yeah,
It's not that great of an argument.
I haven't seen Powerpuff Girls, but I honestly disagree. I don't even know anything about this show. I'm like, what do you mean by that?
I watched the original cartoon for characters like the Mayor, Mojo Jojo, him, Fuzzy Lumpkins.
Okay, what's the
and
point?
how
What's
they
the point? What's the point? What's the point?
It wasn't primarily focused on the Powerpuff Girls. I mean,
Fuzzy
the show is
Lumpkins,
like the
also known
Powerpuff
as
Girls,
Pooh
you
Dick
expect something
Weasel.
different. The adventures of the secondary characters, it doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Well, I mean, isn't like Naruto 100% focused on the characters named after, but whatever. Well, I could kind of admit that he does come off as he's implying the original series is mainly focused on the rest of the cast. I honestly doubt that's the case. He states that he liked it better when the other characters were around and worked off each other. If there are more characters to interact with besides the main three, he's saying there could be more enjoyment to be found. Well, I mean, that's probably why people love Jonatic so much.
Wait.
Oh my god, I forgot. This was when... Why? Y'all were promoting this ship.
We didn't know any better.
To be fair, we were both really stupid.
Look, we didn't know any better. We had grown adults shipping a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. We didn't understand the problems then.
Yeah, that was weird. Why did we all just kind of go with that? We shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I snore.
Yeah.
Whenever a network adds kids to the end of their cartoon title, I immediately think a cheap cash grab to capitalize on a younger demographic that doesn't know any better.
Wait, but isn't that just another unfair generalization?
That's a really funny... Okay, both of these pictures are really funny.
Capitalize on a younger demographic that doesn't know any better.
Wait, but
Who made this and why?
isn't that just another unfair
Look,
generalization?
I was just downloading any videos I could find.
Also-
Any images I could find.
What's this? Oh, okay, it's just light. I got confused. I thought I was being dragged into a DM group because some people were about to jump me.
Okay, by all definition, yes.
Whoa, audio bouncing.
It's a generalization, but I thought we only pointed these out if you throw these ideas down as if they're fact. At this moment, Strider is not saying that the show is just a straight-up cash grab aimed at younger viewers. In actuality, he's exclaiming that slapping...
I honestly do not know what I'm talking about, and I don't care. We're gonna skip this one. It's probably wrong.
I am so sick of Scooby-Doo. Every repetitive, stupid reiteration of this
was a bad
annoying
entry.
mutt.
I remember this.
Wait, repetitive? So adding Scrappy to change the formula is repetitive?
Apparently, just in the same way Mystery Incorporated was repetitive. Because I also remember that every Scooby-Doo series has a storyline. Dark elements revolve on murder instead of petty crimes, and romance that actually went somewhere. Also, having
that doesn't change the fact...
a secondary character get shot in... I was like, yeah, what other Scooby-Doo cartoon show has a secondary character get shot in the head?
Jeez. It's a nice.
That's not. I'm not over-exaggerating. That's legitimately something that happened in the show.
That's actually kind of crazy.
That our boy got tired, as for him, the formula never really felt too much different from how it started. So, yeah. Anyways, final thoughts. Really all I have to say is that this is otherwise an actually pretty good video. To be honest, I think the dynamic between you and Sweet worked. There could have been much more done, but at the moment
It didn't, but okay.
Okay, whoa. Huge audio change. Went from the 2010s to the fucking 30s in an instant.
Acceptable. So, otherwise, that's all I gotta say. So, yeah, that's it. Wow, this is actually a pretty short commentary when you think about it.
Nobody checked the script. Whatever. Thank you for watching.
Whatever. Thank you for watching.
Okay. Fuck it. Number 18. This is actually, well, it is unlisted now, but for the longest time, this was the only of, like, my old videos I never unlisted, because it's not too bad, personally, but we'll have to see.
You know, I should be disappointed that this video exists and now I'm forcing myself to pounce upon it. But I'm more disappointed that I let myself use a Yu Yu Hakusho character. Of all the ones I grabbed, I picked up the furry. Well, I mean, I guess she is pretty adorable. Wait, is that recording this? Shit.
It stole this one from you.
This avatar?
Yeah.
You know, fair. Honestly, Koto is single-handedly responsible for getting me into Yu Yu Hakusho. I have to get that out there.
I mean, based.
I can't even blame myself. She's so cool.
Still so bitter you beat me to this video, too.
I mean, you said you weren't going to cover it after a certain point, to be fair.
So, everybody.
Did I?
Yeah, I thought you said, you know what, I'm not doing it, or something like that.
I don't recall.
Lunatic the Game here, and today I found a pretty bad video by a young commentator named Benjamin Perry. Yeah, nice name.
Yeah, how dare you have a first and last name, fucking idiot.
To be fair, people don't
have a first and last name.
I mean, to be fair, I can't even say anything on that considering I used my full name for my for my old channel.
Yeah, then why did I get you? Wait, hold up. Actually, now that I think about it, I do cook you for that. Hold up, watch this.
Right up there with Jonas Smith. Anyway.
Bro, everybody who's catching strays. How dare you all have a first and last name? Not in my house.
Not in my house.
I've checked out his other videos and really there isn't much to say about him since he's fairly new and quite mediocre to say the least. This video he's covering for his second commentary in question is on Blazing Larvesta's poor excuse of a commentary on Pro Jared's top 10 scariest retro.
Bro, why do I always sound bored in these videos?
Oh god, back when Pro Jared was relevant.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh man, not Pro Jared.
Before his dick was on Twitter. Good times. I
posted my nudes on Twitter.com.
God.
I don't know what's up with me in these old videos of I talk like this for some reason and I get really quiet at times. I like, why do I talk like that? Oh man.
I don't know.
No, don't do that thing.
That being its own mess, but this video, like, that being said, anytime I'm inclined to go off onto Larvesta's side of the degree, I'll be switching over to Call Leaflet in order to evade confusion. But before we jump into the video, this freaking title, like, first off, it's quite long-winded, don't you think? Not to mention, it defies all grammar. Like, to start off with, the word "an" is only used if a vowel is used.
I love the stretch. It makes it easy to see.
After where you usually put the letter A. For an example, I have a cool idea versus I have an idea.
What is up with this? I have nothing to add to just how goofy the editing is here. It's just so... it looks so funny.
So it should be disgusting word, not words. Blaze is just a word, thus you're not supposed to use plural. This sentence could only work if you said words like Blaze are disgusting words. Dang, I never thought I'd have to give a 3rd grade lesson in a commentary. Actually, considering this is the CC, I should have seen this coming. You know, I kinda ran into that one.
I am
That's
so
a me
mad
ass
that I have to...
You're so right, though.
Dude,
I feel like a joke I would make. Really just does.
It sounds like I can totally see myself seeing you write this in a script and just stealing that from you. That's how much it reminds me of your type of humor during this era.
I kinda ran into that one.
so mad that I have to do a stupid commentary on Blazing Lava Star. Okay, I'm ready.
Lava Star.
Hello, everybody. My name is Benjamin Perry. Today we're doing a Lava Star on commentary. Let's get started. And we're skipping.
What the heck happened to Benjamin Perry?
I actually think she just because isn't she Bamaratsu?
I don't know.
Because okay, I don't because I actually think she just came back.
I can never remember if they're the same or two different people. Honestly,
Honestly, me neither. I'm like I think it's Bamaratsu because if it is Bamaratsu, then she actually just came back. We were actually talking the other day, but I don't know. I don't.
That's I think I might know who that is. But okay, I continue on.
I love the fade-in. I don't know why. I just love the fade-in. It kind of creates this effect of me being like, "What did I just witness?"
Have many questions. First off, this intro is quite all over the place, wouldn't you say? You start off by angrily shouting how upset you are at the fact that you're commentating on Blazing Larvesta, commentating it and announcing you're ready, shouting your name and who you're hitting and saying you're skipping. I mean, nothing's apparently wrong with it, but it's disorganized as frick. Second off, there's a bit of dead air after announcing the skip, which I'll probably assume was left in by accident. Accident or not, it's very glaring and awkward. Also, it's Larvesta, get it right, you weeb.
Lava Star.
Oh, why was the weeb the insult for that?
No, I'm trying to think. I don't know, honestly. It might be the way she said it. Because, you know, she did kind of completely avoid saying Larvesta. She said Lavesta, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It might be because you kept calling me a weeb at this point.
Yeah, because you are, but
I'm not. Okay, actually, you know what? I am maybe now, but back then, no, I wasn't.
I mean, it was inevitable.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Thanos.
I wonder what he's got.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh, blue raspberry commentary
The implications.
material. It's kind of sour. Oh well, I guess it's free candy, so what's to lose?
Nobody cares.
You know, I have the aching feeling that this is going to be the theme of this video. Look, why was all this in this video if you're just going to skip over it and not interject? Who the mess does that?
Oh, this is a rather unusual scenario we have here. Today I'm doing a commentary on a Halloween top 10
His background's
made
kind
by
of screwing
none
with my
other
eyes.
than gaming YouTuber Pro Jared. Now,
It's
I'll be
blurry as
honest,
hell.
I actually really like Pro Jared as a content creator, and it honestly kind of hurts
I'm
having
sorry.
to expose this mistake, especially after what he's had to deal with IRL. But at the same time, this video really
I love
I
this
have
joke.
a feeling we're going to be here a while. Well, I do. I guess I'll just play some Sonic Forces.
Why would you do that?
Oh, but no,
Are you doing
seriously.
this
Couldn't
now?
you have
No.
at least sped this up a little bit? I mean, especially considering the interjection you're going to make next.
Actually, you know what? Let me see. Because I call back to this joke. You don't mind if I bring that up, right? Because I need to share. I need to acknowledge. Somebody needs to acknowledge the fact that I called back to this joke like years later. Where was it? It was in this video.
You know what?
It was about somewhere around here.
I have a feeling we're gonna be here a while. Well, while we wait, I might as well play some Sonic Forces.
I don't know why I'm so proud of that, and I'm mad that nobody got it.
That's your bet.
All right, continuing where we
Providing a
left
critique
off.
of your top 10 scariest retro enemies not from horror games list, pointing out mistakes you made in your video, and giving you advice on how to improve future works. Please note that I may make a few jokes that may come off as hurtful or insulting to you, but in the end, said jokes are purely made for entertainment purposes, and I do not actually wish any ill will towards you. With that said, I hope you enjoy my video.
We know! We don't need to tell you that your name! And also, we don't care. Bye!
Now, there isn't anything necessarily wrong with your interjection, though saying nobody cares about context is not really the best point since Larvesta was giving his context for his target, albeit the fact that he took way longer than necessary.
Albeit? I think you meant albeit.
I'm about to say what?
Albeit. It's albeit. Look, this reminds me of something I was thinking about yesterday. How when I graduated high school, they told me I had some of like the highest reading score, reading, writing, speaking scores in the state, and I always say that means the bar is very low down here. The fact that I pronounce it like that really shows what I mean. Albeit. It's albeit.
I mean, considering we wasted around a minute only for you to make a 5-second interjection, I feel like you could have audio ducked it or something like that. This felt more dragged out, though to be fair, just speeding up alone could have helped. Also, Larvesta. You see, Larvesta, when it comes to introducing your target in context, it's fine for you to introduce yourself to your target and shit, but it takes you way too long, just saying.
Oh no, this music!
Yeah, Sonic Force's music is not good.
God, is that? No, it can't be! Off-screen footage!
Ah! What? Why off-screen footage? Isn't a problem? Okay, I have questions. Why is it Halloween? It isn't. It's the Christmas. Okay?
So, first off, I love the way you just suddenly cut off at the end. I mean, that's pretty great editing you got there. But no, seriously, are you in such a rush you can't even let yourself finish before stopping your recording? Second off, I get it. Blazing Larvesta's commentary was released on December 10th, and thus him introducing himself with material as a trick-or-treat may come off as a little strange. But remember, the video he's covering is also Halloween related, so it at least ties into what he's doing and makes sense. Take notes, Mr. A. Finally, this point.
What am I throwing strays
Dang,
for?
okay.
I'm always throwing strays at people.
Always throwing strays.
What was that, Joni?
Catching these strays like you're catching cats.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
No, I mean like in the sense of like catching strays. You didn't. Am I? You missed a joke.
No. Look, we don't talk about how I totally steal stray cats off the streets and stuff. Because it's a crime, and I don't commit crimes, obviously.
Other than your own self-deprecation towards yourself, which is a crime in itself. But
Not
okay.
really. I'm doing a service, actually.
Service how exactly?
It's beyond your understanding, Mrs. Rue.
Yeah, it tells me everything. Thank you.
Considering it had only been 2 months.
Oh, right. Post on Insecure and I have another thing I almost missed. Okay, you just asked off-screen footage. Is that a problem? Well, yeah, I
should just freeze.
Do you believe he's making a mountain out of a molehill here? And you kind of do touch upon that. You don't even really argue it. You just asked if it was an issue and went on. If you believe something's problematic, argue the damn problem.
Jeez.
I was about to give myself some credit because I noticed I wasn't using curse words in this video until that moment.
I were like, oh, I'll give myself some credit, and then I cussed.
It's also funny because this is back in thinking back, this is back in the era when everybody was trying so desperately to get me to curse for some reason.
Yeah, what was that about, actually?
Look.
I literally cannot remember.
That was weird.
It was funny though, in my opinion. I thought
it was only funny when Doodle did it, honestly.
I only remember me and Susie trying to get you to say fuck, and I don't remember how the rest of the chat was operating at the time. It's been way too long. I remember the vor flag though. I don't know why I do. Alright, what?
And then and then the first time I ever cursed in a video was the Star Giant one, so it was warranted.
The Star Giant video, the finale to the initial commentary storyline.
Did you really just play all of this only to change your mind and not even make a freaking point? Like, really, how absurd. Like, I don't get how we got to this level. Matter of fact, you had a point right in front of your face. Larvesta, I'm taking you down. Clearly, this isn't double standards. Double standards, a ruler principle that is unfairly...
It's like, Larvesta, I'm about to get your ass for this one. Like...
And then Lunatic's just like doing anything where you like twirl a gun and bang your hand, and like it becomes a blur.
Lunatic's about to grow full beard, get a revolver, just go gun twirling.
Awesome, me pulling out the definitions. I love that part of my commentaries where I pull out the whole definition on people.
Applied in different ways to different people or groups. Clearly, these aren't double standards. He's introducing a select few of games he admits scared him in recent times, only to bring up that those don't matter, as he'll be talking about retro or pixelated enemies, which he believes are scarier due to them leaving much up to your imagination. Larvesta, watch your target more than once.
Bubble Bob was one of the cutest games ever made. You play as a cute little dragon, all the enemies are adorable, you spit bubbles, and when enemies pop, they become delicious food. Seriously, everything about this game is adorable and cutesy, positively spooky.
Everything in this cutesy game is just so cute and adorable, which is why I'm placing an enemy for this game on a scariest enemies list.
Yeah, next time you might want to word your sentences better, just a suggestion. Also, a production issue that absolutely plagues this video, blatant black borders. Now, those of you who have been with the CC for a while now may remember a hashtag called #BlackBordersMatter, which is a suggestion to content creators to remove black borders to make their videos more appealing. I bring this up as Jared here doesn't even try to hide his blatant black borders.
I have a feeling that this is the majority of the video.
You want to show your gameplay in the original resolution, but in that case, put a background over your footage, like this. See, instant pretty. In the end, I know
It's not, but I mean,
This is a
sure.
long intro, and we don't need to tell you that we need to tell you. Try.
But this isn't the intro. This is his first interjection, and there is a pretty clear point here. Matter of fact, why would you tell us you're skipping over all of this after you left in over a minute of content? Your point here is, this is a long intro, and we don't need to tell you that we need to tell you to try. Okay, so it was at this moment that I realized that this video was completely unscripted, and I guess I should have seen this coming.
You'll never see it.
No! We already did that one. Oh. But seriously, if it isn't, then I have no freaking clue what you're going on about, because Larvesta is simply telling Jared that his gameplay footage has black borders which he could fix, so I have no idea what you're trying to say here otherwise. Also, what's with your audio starting right before you could finish? I mean, I could have sworn that was an easy thing to learn, I guess.
The early 90s. It was so relaxing. You ski downhill and
You say to like the, what, 10-year-old?
Yeah, I actually agree with you. Like, when I was 10, I couldn't even tie my shoes when I was 10. I don't think 10-year-olds are really good at editing.
I'm gonna be real. When I was 10, I'm gonna be real. I couldn't tie my shoes when I was 10 either.
You should have watched the SpongeBob episode.
Yeah, I didn't watch SpongeBob when I was a kid.
Aw, you were missing out, and that sucks. Is that SpongeBob? Peak fiction.
unnerving. The footage
There's a
showed
lot of
just
shows I
makes the
missed
Yeti
out
come
on
up.
as a kid.
Ah, damn, that sucks. I missed out on a lot of Cartoon Network stuff. I remember.
My friends keep saying I should have checked out SWAT Cats.
Never heard
What
of that
show?
SWAT Cats.
Yeah, I can see that.
Scare.
I'm not much of a Sonic fan these days.
Ben, I mean, you know what you're doing, right? You just moved past an entire segment without a single interjection. I mean, if there wasn't anything to say first, you could have just skipped it. You've been using these, so I don't see what you're missing here. Also, Larvesta, you idiot. What makes it so unnerving is the fact that it's basically a peaceful skin game where nothing is out of the usual, and BAM! Random little kid throwing jumps out of nowhere and eats you. If you aren't expecting that, you're gonna be completely horrified. I mean, maybe you aren't scared, but I bet you understood where he was coming from.
There it is.
I don't know why I called Larvesta an idiot there. I'm so mean.
Yeah, that felt kind of uncalled for.
Like, you know what? Like, again, I'm either throwing strays at people or hitting people with chairs for no reason in these videos.
Yeah.
Water.
Oh, now we're doing this. Jared, real talk.
Why did you break your own rules?
I mean, seriously, you clearly said in your intro.
Where does this go? Where's this going?
Validate your point in the slide.
Down the
Honest.
one. Okay, I forgot to say this, but turn down the volume. It is way too high. Second, please yeah. My problem is that it would scare a person. But
We've come across
What?
an actual argument. This is not a drill, and I'm shaking as well, audience. Approaching this, though, well, first off, I'm going to point out how my audio is always projected off my TV due to my computer being hooked up to my TV for purposes. But even with my TV at level 12, the level I have it on when scripting this, which is usually where a game like Sonic Generations is high enough to be heard from outside my room, the footage for Larvesta's original video isn't even loud enough for me to hear completely on the other side of the room. Oh yeah, I was actually checking Larvesta's video.
Okay. This is just a weird argument. It's like, I can't... Ratsu's like, I can't hear the video, and I'm like, well, I can't.
Well, I can.
These arguments.
It's like when Mr. A was like, you know, he's like, you may not be able to hear this, but I can because I've trained my ears.
Cause I've been training.
Mr. A went on a training arc. Now I can hear you.
Oof. Post lunatic here, and once again, I almost missed a pretty spicy point. For a point where all you do is complain about the volume, you have in so much unneeded context. Like, what the flip was all this here for? I actually edited out a lot of it myself, but there is a whole minute of unneeded context in there. Just put in him talking after this. Or you could have said this within your last or next points, something like that. And also your point here, it makes no sense. That it would scare a person does not at all affect what he said, which was that it's an obstacle, not an enemy.
Oh, and something else I've been meaning to bring up.
So I actually do think I was making an effort not to cuss in this video to avoid, because you know, Ratsu's like 11 at this point, so I was like,
yeah.
That's really that. Really,
Again, Luna ahead of the curve.
I was still.
I wasn't even really ahead. That wasn't really even ahead of the curve thing. People just didn't really follow up on that.
Yeah, people still. Well, yeah, I guess. I was about to make a joke, but it wasn't that funny, so I'm backing off. The joke's canceled, guys.
Considering for a while you...
Honestly, me not cussing, that's me stealing from Joni right there. Stole that completely.
Yeah,
You had yet to make enough points for it to become obvious. I think I'm clear now. Your avatar.
I don't really care about this point. Also, fan art. I'm stealing fan art after I said I don't do that. I get it, Kodo had like 5 images, but that don't use her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
What?
Okay. I'm trying to find a good point, a funny point, a goofy little point.
Sonic 2 water, the passwords shouldn't be on the list either.
Larvesta, what would have indicated that this would have been the real entry? Yeah, sure, he doesn't explain why it makes it scary, but that's a part of the fact that he's playing it off as a joke. Cause it's a joke. The human brain works well enough to know that passwords aren't scary, but understand that having to type in a multitude of them to progress sounds really intimidating and irritating.
The sad part is, you took out the 30 seconds of context that would have helped us understand this. It's almost like you did this on purpose.
Why did I present it like this? It's so intimidating.
Why did you do it like that? It was like you were yeah, but I think it's like just like send a thread or something. You have a very special set of skills.
I don't know what it was. I think I had I picked out the Earthbound background music and thought, and then like I guess the background automatically like faded out. And I thought I should just keep this because it's a little scary looking. It's so unnecessarily intimidating. What was I trying to do by doing this?
Just put in the Undertale genocide theme.
Daggerfall. No, Jared.
Okay, I felt like you didn't even make a script. I felt like you didn't even watch the video at all as well. I just felt like you were not even listening to the video or even making points. My question is, could you make your videos better?
So basically, you're telling him to get good? At what? What aspects does he need to get better at? Besides that, how can he get better? Your video doesn't even go in depth, so he can't take any advice from you so far.
Also, you cut him out while I was trying to make his point, by the way, but you didn't even listen or let him finish. Not to mention, your point had no real relevance to what he said before or after this, and on top of that, you never even gave any examples for what you just said, which gives me the feeling that you're talking out of your ass.
This wasn't the worst video that
I think post me didn't really get the memo that I'm supposed to not be cussing around the kid.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, all right, no cussing, and then my post self is like, how about I do it anyways?
Made. But boy, you didn't even listen to the video. Not to mention that this was a way back ago, but you aired it on December 10th. I ain't sure you can say it's bad or anything, but I just felt like it was uncomfortable to watch.
Okay, here we go. You sound like you have barely any idea of what you're talking about. Well, kind of. You point out how you apparently never listened to the video, which I can't say I disagree with, since throughout the video he does have a habit of taking him out of context, like the password pointer, not letting him finish, like the sequence with the giant baby, which was an issue at a point in the video you skipped over, but, well, yeah. The thing is, we never, or, well, rarely saw you call out these things and could only understand where you're coming from if we saw the video ourselves. Also, you criticized him for the video being released far after Halloween, which
is in itself a dumb complaint unless you're talking about his intro skit, where I'd be like, but you don't point in that direction. Instead, you just said the video was released far after Halloween, which apparently makes it an issue, but that doesn't ruin anything in the video, so why complain about it? Also, is it just me, or does this section of the video not flow well? I mean, it's kind of hard to explain, but one second you talk... Also, is it just me, or does this section of the video not flow well? I mean, it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, I got myself out. Explain? Alright, what comes at? Where does this go? Where do I go with this?
Usually your interjections are hardly put together, and sometimes I have a hard time understanding where you're going. I recommend something like...
Was technically not a furry, but she's close enough for me!
I don't get the joke there. Why, do I want to be a furry, or do I not? Alright, whatever the case may be.
Character arc?
That's not a character arc.
Oh
yeah?
Now you just need to turn Luna's OC into a furry and see what happens.
She's already kind of furry.
Okay, the problem is...
It's like half furry.
I can't even really be mad about it now because, like, I'm not even really trying to fight that shit anymore. Anyways, this is the last video I was trying to look at, and I don't think I want to watch all of it, but there are some things in here I did want to, like, check out. Like this intro card, or skit, I mean.
What the heck happened to Sirius?
He got serious, and he left.
He got serious.
Alright, what's this intro?
Why so serious?
I'm pissed, I'm frustrated, and I'm insulted.
And incoming lawsuit in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
I don't get the joke, what?
I don't get it.
I stole that from YouTube, dude. It was his video on... I forgot who it was on, actually, but... I think the line delivery is what kills...
I was about to say, it's like, I bet this is really funny, but I don't get it.
It's like, this would be really funny if I had... This would be really funny if it was actually funny.
So for those who've been in the CC for some time, you may have heard the name Serious Gamer 33 thrown around every now and then. For those who don't know, he's been a commentator for nearly 5 years now, and for the record, he's been the butt of many commentaries, from people like Doodletone, Spoonslayer, and even Rilla's Kohai. Well, anyways,
why does this matter, actually? I noticed this pattern of, in my earlier videos, like, if I'm gonna explain who's, like, the subject of my video is, I would, like, say, oh, they were covered by this guy, this guy, this guy. That really does not matter, unless, like, it's important to the video's context.
Unless, like, it relates to the subject being talked about, then you really don't need to mention it.
I just feel like I was
covered by this guy, this guy, this guy, 5 guys.
Yo, can we go get 5 Guys, babe? I want to get their fries.
Really good.
I've never had 5 Guys. Is it any good?
It's so good.
We'll have to
like,
see.
You know what
we
they
literally
have?
had a 5 Guys open near like 2 blocks away from me, so.
Oh heck yeah!
The closest 5 Guys is like 30 minutes out.
Oh.
Appeared early in 2017, but returned earlier this year with a video on Megatron DBZ. More specifically, Megatron DBZ's ran on Dragon Ball Super, which by the way I've hit as well, so that's an interesting thing to know. After watching this video countless times though, I say there are a few things we are gonna want to dig our teeth into. Without further delay, let's get serious. No, I'm never doing that joke again, I'm sorry guys.
Whoa, nice audio balancing past me. Bro, I can't even hear him.
Oh no!
Man, my ass is not serious at all. I ain't serious.
This video is actually Mav Station, so of course we're directing this one towards him. Mav, why is this the way it is? Looking at your content, I can tell that you know...
What am I talking about?
Percent. Baka.
Very aggressive Baka there.
Why did you said Baka like it's a slur?
Threw it out like the hard R. I was like, Baka. It's like Baka.
Baka. Hard B, huh?
This is why I don't say Baka anymore. It kind of feels cringe when I say it now.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, cringe is free.
Not if I do it. Cringe is cool. It's cool when other people are cringe. When I'm cringed, it's a problem.
Luna, that sounds like a... Jesus Christ, that's a personal problem and you know it.
You've got to be kidding me. See for yourself. Anyways, just for clarification, the ender of this video is actually Mav Station, so of course we're directing this one towards him. Mav, why is this the way it is? Looking at your content, I can tell that you know what audio balancing is, so why not actually use it? It can't be that hard.
It's especially bad because the audio for Megatron's video is actually far louder, and it really sucks when you have your volume at 100% in a desperate attempt to listen to the YouTube video, and Megatron comes in and ear rapes you. I'd say.
I was expecting a joke there, and I was ready to defend myself. Like, I was ready to fight for my life against it.
You were?
Because it's 2018, and I hear the two words I use together, and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna go somewhere with that, aren't I? So I swear there's gotta be a funny. There's gotta be a funny in here somewhere.
A year ago, but oh well. But I want you to be nice while doing it. So, basically, in the aftermath of Episode 5 of Dragon Ball Super, a producer came out and blamed newbie animators. Looking at the staff list, though, shows otherwise. I was looking at the animators with the most cuts. All of them at least have 10 years of experience on their hands, with Naruto Tate having been a big name in the likes of Dragon Ball and One Piece, for example. Hell, even the least credited have at least...
Why you say it like that? One Piece.
One Piece. It's real.
It wasn't real yet. We didn't understand. I didn't understand the appeal. I don't.
Right, you hadn't actually checked out One Piece at this point.
Nope. This was before I got based.
Gun, we all know you have fantastic aim. Serious, please don't jump the gun. We all know you have fantastic aim. Seriously, me? Just having fun.
I don't like the dialogue between me and Pri at all in this video. This was the work in progress version of number 39, which is like way better. But I like how I've been a dick, like, up to this point every video we've watched, and then suddenly when Pri is a dick, I'm like, alright, chill out, man.
Alright, cool your jets past me.
I'm like, how dare you be mean? That's my job. What's this about?
I mean, here's a fast jet scroll of problems with GT and no particular.
Oh yeah, here's Sirius's arguments as to why GT sucks. Let's read this. The rap song intro, bullshit. The rap is awesome. Black Star Dragon Balls were pointless. Don't agree with that. Omega Shenron was a bland final villain. I haven't seen GT in like 10 years, so I don't remember. Piccolo gets killed off, skill issue. Ignores rules. What rules? The fights weren't memorable. That's
debatable.
I think it's fair. Every returning character but Goku gets pushed aside. I think that's true. Super Saiyan 4 is pink fur.
No. I'd say arguably no, probably not Vegeta. Kinda.
Yeah. Super Saiyan 4 has pink fur. How dare it have pink fur? Vegeta's mustache. That's fair.
I never even saw it as pink. I always saw it as red.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's red. I think I point that out. It's non-canon, because how dare it not be canon?
And now it is canon.
Somehow it is now canon.
Kind of.
I actually think I can... Okay, let me see what I have to say.
I never thought I'd see the day where I'd find something wrong with just a scroll of text. Aren't you the commentator? Together with pleasure. Black Star Dragon Balls are pointless? Why? They were the main focus of the first 14 episodes, so how come they're pointless? Come on, explain, Sirius. And these other ones, oh gosh. Omega Shenron is bland? Again, how? I assume it's because he's really just another villain who just happens to be evil, but not everyone's gonna know that, so... And Piccolo getting killed off? That really ruined the series for you? I mean, yeah,
because Piccolo's kind of cool. He's an aura farmer. What happens when you have no aura farm? You fucking starve.
That's when you become Chaozu. I'm saying Chaozu, but instead of Yamcha, because Yamcha's good and I would die on this hill.
Oh, yeah, you know, you're completely fair. If you've seen my Dragon Ball analysis on my anime channel, you know how much I dog on Chaozu. I call him like the L Keeper a lot.
The L Keeper.
I even keep making, even though I know I keep making the argument that I could totally beat Chaozu in a fight. Like, all I need is like a math book and I could just beat him up with it. Chaozu's so fun to make fun of.
I find it kind of off-putting that one at the top.
I really don't care about this fucking... I'm gonna be real. This video.
Wait, so you're saying you blow up about Chaozu?
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Okay, I don't think there's anything interesting to add about what's Morgana doing here. What's Morgana doing here?
Okay. Now,
Does that seem familiar?
Okay, I should have seen that coming.
You never see it.
No! Lunatic already ruined that. Look.
Why do I keep making that joke?
Honestly, I'm more upset if I just didn't get a PNG.
Morgana's in the house for some reason. It's like, hey guys, I'm Morgana. I didn't even know who this was, by the way. This was like a year before I played P5.
When did P5 come out?
20...
P5 came out in like
2016
in
in Japan.
2016 in Japan and in 2017 everywhere else.
Christ.
Character transformation is different, Sirius. Now, Sirius, tell us, how does this change Megatron's point? Mega is explaining that they have the exact same person. It seemed like it was going to be a very important point to explain why Kale would transform into a berserker form. Now, there was the other possibility that he actually finished his line, but it sounded more like he cut him
And does waste
survival arc for, I don't know, whatever reason that kind of dealt with the aftermath, then maybe it would be less. But oof, we didn't do that. The only thing that transitions from that arc to the Universal Survival arc is the thing which you brought up, which is, of course, Zeno's erasing attack, and that's about it. Look, otherwise, if there is maybe a little more going on, your point would work. But oof, it renders basically
Stop
the
saying
entire
that.
previous
Stop
arc
saying
pointless
oof.
because of its outcome of failure.
I remember
Anyway.
that was like literally like a part of a vocabulary back then.
That was like, what, like, that was like the sauce of 2018.
No, I specifically think I blame Slayer for it.
Yeah, honestly, it might just be his fault. We would all say oof.
Anyways, carry on the final thoughts for me. Huh? Why not do it with me? If you already couldn't tell, I'm a lazy person. Go ahead, non-lazy person. Oh, well, I mean...
What is that delivery?
I don't know. I love... Just the delivery in these old videos is so goofy. Like, go ahead, non-lazy person. Also, I don't think I said go... I think I called myself lazy person. Not a lazy person, just a lazy person. I'm a lazy person. Like, that's his title.
Hey,
like,
continue the video, lazy person.
Myself, so I can
Thank
take
you.
care of your shit
I
for
will.
you. So, Sirius, this is really only, like, the second time I've actually had the chance to check out your content, with the other one being the Suck Com on Me from 2016, but considering that was almost entirely written by Clown, I wasn't exactly sure what you could do by yourself, and considering this is a Dragon Ball related topic, I was
We
interested
didn't
in
have
seeing another
proof of
comment.
that thinking about it.
About Clown making the suck call?
Didn't that kind of get debunked? Like, it wasn't entirely true.
I don't remember. I swear Clown like said it, like he did that, and then Snake confirmed it, but I don't know for sure.
Well, you might be mistaking for the other Saw comic, the one where Snake wrote everything.
Maybe.
Did with Dragon Ball Knowledge cover the topic. So, safe to say I'm a little disappointed, and that's all. You actually did make us some good points, but how many times did you end up missing them or come off as just making excuses? If anything, this commentary misses the point far more than often. It's off because this is what's considered one of your more competent commentaries, and honestly, compared to the last one I saw by you, I'll say it's an improvement somewhat, but I bet if you paid a little more attention to your target, you'd do better off than what you've done up to this point. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Whoa, that was interesting.
Yeah, but now what?
Hey, want to go to Killian with me? I've heard they have commentary material perfect for us there.
I think if we go there, we'll be the commentary material.
Don't worry, our lawyers will handle it.
We have lawyers?
By lawyers, I mean, let's go to Killian, boys!
Sketch is gonna have a word with me after this. Fucking pre.
Yeah, all he's gonna do is fucking complain for like an hour about like, how dare you go there? How dare you go to Killan? Maybe we should send him to Killan in real life. That's beside the point. Yeah, God, I haven't seen like these videos in so long, and it's funny because in hindsight, I've always hated these videos, but there's so much like they're not bad. They're just like in a weird way they're wrong, but right at the same time. I never really thought about it like that. I think the biggest issue is that these videos are fucking boring. Like this is boring. This is boring. This is boring. This is actually kind of funny, but in like kind of a weird way. Maybe some other day I'll check out my other 2018 stuff, but I straight up can't be bothered. This is.
How about we? Oh no! I just realized the robot video there. I forgot about that one.
The pink robot? Oh no. No. I don't want to think about that for a while. But this was like basically everything I wanted to look at right now, because everything else would be here forever.
Yeah, we can continue this another day, but we can right now decide to say that hey, Lunatic is an awesome video maker.
True.
I mean, not with these videos. I don't think so.
That just shows how much you've improved.
That is true.
Yeah, consider I said a video maker and not like the last videos or whatever. I'm just saying in general. You can't argue against that.
Yeah, sure. I can. I'm too tired.
But consider there's 2 against 1. You can't win.
I don't even have the energy to fight back anymore. I will just accept the compliment today.
That means we win.
For now, you win. But yeah.
But we need to do these more often. Like it's fun getting to talk to you too.
Yeah. Love you, babe.
I'm gonna end the stream.
Also, hey, Lunatic.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future we can react to your Machinima series.
Let's not